Alright, we're almost done. Wait, what? Oh, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be fixing this broken bridge in today's video. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe for this insane video with this brand new welder that we are going to be using. So I think enough of the yap, we should begin with the video. What is up everyone, and welcome back to another APM video, and as you guys can see, I am ready to work. So let's go outside. Let's see. Oh my goodness, the sunrise is so beautiful. I'm about to cry. Oh, hold on, let me grab some coffee before I do head out. So let me grab my stuff. All right, let me grab a quick drink because we're gonna need a lot of energy since today we are gonna be welding a bridge. Since I think it's broken, someone might have crashed into it last night while I was sleeping and counting the sheep. So we have a lot of stuff to do. So if you guys are excited for this insane job, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I think we should begin with the video. So first things first, before we start welding, we gotta turn this thing into the proper bed so we can throw on the welder. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, the welder, and then we're gonna be able to head over to the plain tool store and grab this welder. So let me hop in. I'm not even gonna cold start my truck since I might have gone to the gas station in the morning because I didn't want to waste your guys' time. But it looks like we have an intersection, the first intersection of the day, and then we're gonna pull into the, let's see, oh, you know what, should we just pull into the implement store to put this brand new bed, or should we just go to the mechanic shop? You know what, let's go to the mechanic shop. It's not too far away. We can go through the back, so let's do that. Follow the arrows. All right, and then we're gonna be able to make a left right here. And no way, they actually ended up fixing the turning lights because they weren't working for like a week, but I'm very happy that they ended up fixing the hazards as well. So I guess let me pull into the other side. I'm gonna go on the other side, and then I'm gonna carefully pull in. So let me go into, let's say, this garage. I'm gonna pick this one right here. So before I do load up the truck, we're gonna open that garage door. So my goal is to finish this job before the sun sets. So I think we should have plenty of time, you guys. We shouldn't be running short on time, but I believe we gotta go to attachments, scroll all the way down, and then you're gonna see it. Let's see. Oh, I think it's this one. Is it this one? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that actually looks pretty nice. Wait, can I change the color on this? I want to make it match my truck. Attachments. Oh, here it is. Okay, so we just change up the color to look like mine. Add some reflectance. All right. Oh, there you go. Perfect. What's secondary? Does it change to white? Oh, it does. I'm gonna keep it like this color. And then I believe there's actually a wrap of like that looks like metal. Hold on. Wrap. Is it this one or is it this one? Oh my goodness, I can't see. What if I make it white? Then I can see. Okay, so I think it's this one, honestly. All right, so I'm gonna go with this one. Now let me drop the color down. All right, not too shabby. And I think that is gonna be it. I'm not gonna change anything else. So let me click apply. There we go. We have the brand new bed on our work truck. This is my favorite work truck, you guys. Before we do head out, I kind of want to check this out. Let's see if we can do anything. So I'm gonna start. Let's start on the left side. It looks like we can open up a toolbox. That's nice. Is that the only one? Wait, hold on. Let me look on the other side. Oh nope, there seems to be another one. Oh yeah, we're gonna put some chips in there. Don't tell anyone, you guys. And then there seems to be what is this, a side rail. Okay, let me kick down the side rails. Okay, not too bad, you guys. This update is pretty sick so far. I love when they add like roleplay stuff because it makes the game much more fun, and I get more video ideas and content for you guys. Let me close up everything. We're gonna pull up the side rails once again because we are now headed towards the tool store. And what did I just see? A hitch cover? Oh yo, that's sick. Wait, does that mean I can open this? Oh dude, W's in the chat. Let's go. All right, so honestly I did not know about that, but it looks like we can get out of here. And now playing around, I'm guessing we also have some cargo lights. Oh yeah, that's sick. That is nice. I'm not sure if we are gonna need that, but it's definitely handy. So let's make a quick stop. Let's make sure the road is clear. All right, and then we're gonna pull it right into the plain tool store right here. So let me, I guess I'll just park up right here, and then we're gonna quickly run inside the, oh my goodness, I got dizzy. We're gonna quickly pull in. So let's do my magic powers. Open sesame. Yes, it worked. Now I'm gonna use the force. Oh my goodness, I might be the most powerful APM player. Anyways, let's walk around the store. We're gonna grab all of the tools that we need. So let me grab a lamp or a lantern. I'm not sure what you call this, but we're gonna grab one of those. We're gonna grab let's see, what else do we need? Should we grab a light tower? I mean, I guess I'll grab one. I don't think I'll need that many. And then before we head to the back of the store. I want to grab a shovel. You never know what this job might require, so I think it's always nice to have a nice and extra tool. So let's walk around. Oh wait, should we take some toolboxes? Let me take a small one. I don't know if we're gonna need it, but you know, why not? Let's grab these cones, and then we're gonna finally be able to check out this aisle. Yo, no way. Dude, is this a suit? I mean, I guess wait, can I wear it? No way. That is sick. You know what? Screw my old suit. This is better. I love this. We're gonna grab the brand new welder machine thingy. I'm not sure what it's called. And lastly, we're gonna grab a nice helmet, which I'm not gonna put on right now since we're not working. Wait, I can test and make sure it fits on me. So I guess I'll give it a try. So in 3, 2, and 1. Yo, oh my goodness, this is sick. I feel like Iron Man. All right, how do I take this off? There we go. And wait, can I take this off? Oh, there you go. You gotta click on backspace to remove the helmet. But we're gonna quickly check out all of our items. Hello, sir. Let me check out all of this stuff. How much? $3,000. Look, a bird. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, I don't have $3,000 right now. Well, I have $3,000 in my Roblox account. No, I'm kidding. I'm poor. But let me quickly pull out. We're gonna make our way towards the bridge so we can start fixing it since it is broken. And I believe the bridge should be on the left side. So let's make a left right there. And then we're gonna make a right turn. I don't know. Where is it? Hold on. Let me check my Google Maps. My Google Maps says it's gonna be all the way towards the end of the town. So we have quite the journey to travel. And I just forgot I was supposed to put the brand new items. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am so clumsy. Here, let me quickly close the road. And I'm gonna get this fixed. Alright, everyone, do not come. Do not come. And then let me hop right here. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna put the box right there. Ooh. Is this the right way? I'm not sure if this is the right way. No, I think that's the wrong way. Hold on. Let me actually turn this thing around. Oh my goodness. This is gonna take forever. Alright, I'm gonna place it right there. And then we're gonna place a nice toolbox, I guess, on the opposite side. So hopefully that's the correct way. Yes, perfect. And then where can I put my lamp? Can I put it in here? Let me try to put it in here. Dude, that is so funny. And then my shovel. Wait, can my shovel actually fit in here? That's gonna be crazy if it fits in here. You know what? It doesn't. Pretend it fits. Oh, let me close that. We're gonna put the tower light, and then our helmet is gonna go right. Oh wait, it fits in here. Hold on. I know why it's there. It's for the helmet, bruh. That's what it's used for. All right, now we can get out of here. So let me quickly pick up my cones, and then we should be almost at the bridge. I just gotta finish picking up all of these cones. Now we can finally go there. I can't believe I forgot to put all of this stuff. So is this? Wait, hold on. Is this the road? Let me check my map. All right, no, that is the wrong way. The bridge should be on the right side. So let me start slowing down. We're gonna throw on our blinkers and make a right turn carefully. Perfect. That was actually pretty good. And here is the bridge that we gotta fix. Holy moly, this thing is completely wrecked. What the hell? So I'm gonna throw on my hazards. Let me carefully back up and try to get as close as possible so we can get this thing fixed. Hold on, let me turn it around. All right, there we go. Now we're pretty much as close as possible. I'm not sure how this thing works. We're both gonna find out right now. But before we do, we gotta put down the cones. Gotta make sure the road is clear. I'm pretty much gonna close the entire road because this is a safety precaution. This is really important. We don't want anyone to come here. So I'm gonna place all of these cones down to the ground. All right, there we go. Wait, I still got cones? Dude, how many cones do I have? I mean, I could put this one close to this one. Oh, perfect. And then we'll put some more cones on this side just to make sure that no one comes from the other side, which I don't think anyone's coming from that side since there really isn't anything over there. But it's always nice to be safe than sorry. So let me quickly finish putting all of these cones, closing the road. Yes, sir. And boom, we got that side closed. And now this is the moment of truth. We gotta work on this thing. So I guess let me grab my tower light. I'm gonna place it somewhere. Let's see. I need to face it towards the beam so I can start getting it fixed. So I think that's gonna be perfect right there. Let me just deploy it, and then we're gonna turn on the light. Why is this thing not deploying? Hello? This thing doesn't work. All right, fine. I'll put it right here then. Deploy. There you go. Now we got some light so we can make sure it not mess up. Let me quickly grab my helmet. Let me get this thing put on. Oh my goodness. Do not look at my bald spot. And then we're gonna turn on the engine. So let me turn it on. It should be on right now. And then we're gonna be able to grab the, what is this called? The ground clamp. All right, let me grab that. Let me put on my helmet because this is gonna be a super serious job. So I guess let's start working on this. Wait, I click this, and then what do I do next? Get the stinger, and then we start fixing this, right? Oh, Oh, there you go. We are now fixing the bridge. No way. Let's do all of that. Oh yes, this thing is gonna look like brand new. So I guess let me do some zigzags across and make sure this is nice and welded, because people cross this bridge a lot, and I want to make sure this thing is super safe for everyone. Look at that. That actually looks pretty nice. And now we got to do the bottom right here. We cannot forget about the bottom. Oh dude, I am cooking right now, chat. Dude, this thing is gonna look like brand spanking new. Honestly, this is really tough work, but it's really fun. All right, we're almost done. Let me quickly finish up kind of doing this section right here, and then we should be able to head right back home. And there you go. I think we are now finished with fixing the bridge in APM. Dude, that was actually pretty sick. All we gotta do is pick up all of this mess. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of stuff that we gotta pick up. So I guess I might have to do like a little quick time lapse and just put everything back into the truck, because yeah, we have quite the stuff that we ended up putting. And there you go, we have everything packed up. We can now get out of here and start making our way back home. So let me turn off my emergency lights. Look at that, we left it like brand new, like nothing happened, and the bridge is fixed. I'm really happy with the results that I got with this welding machine. Even though it was my first time, you guys, this was probably the most fun job I have ever done, besides cutting grass, because cutting grass is actually pretty fun as well. But I'm gonna drive home and I'll catch you guys over there. Alrighty everyone, home sweet home. We have made it back to our compound. I mean my house, sorry. Compound sounds pretty epic. And we had a really long day of work. But if you guys did enjoy, oh yeah, we finished before the sunset. But if you guys did enjoy, smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace. What a beautiful day. And oh my goodness, why is my truck pink? No way. Dude, who did this? Hold on, I need to park this thing right here. I'm gonna throw this thing in park. There we go. And oh my goodness, what did 13-year-old bros did to my truck? Dude, this is completely unusable. There's presents in the back. There is a bunny. There's like bunny teeth in front of the grille, and the suspension is completely messed up. Oh my goodness. Let me know if I should get back at 13-year bros, because he just pranked me and we are in a crazy prank war. Should I get him back? Because look at what he did with my truck. But anyways, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be fixing a bridge because the guardrail ended up breaking. I think someone ended up hitting it maybe when they were driving at night. If you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's jump into the video. As you guys can see, I'm all ready. I've got my vest on. I've got my tools. Look at that. I got all of my tools right here. And I was gonna take the work truck, but it looks like this thing is completely messed up. Dude, can I go under this? Dude, I can pretty much go under my truck. Dude, this is the worst prank I've ever gone through. I might have to get him back, you guys, but let me know in the comments. If not, that's fine. We do have a big day today because we gotta run over to the trailer store so we can pick up a trailer and then the special machine that is gonna be used to fix this guardrail. So let's make a right in this intersection right here and let's get back into town. We're gonna go in the main part of the cities because that is where the trailer store is located. So let me step on this thing. And oh my goodness, let me slow down. Oh dude, there's a APM sheriff station right there. Oh, I am not supposed to be speeding, you guys. All right, we have a stop sign right here. The road is clear and the trailer store is gonna be on the right side. So let's pull in. Hopefully the trailer that I ordered is here. And oh yep, it looks like it is right here. So let me back this thing up. I'm gonna slowly reverse this just like so. Oh my goodness, first try we got the trailer connected to the TRX. Now the first spot that we are gonna be making our way towards is going to be the farm, because that's actually gonna be the place where this machine is currently at. I didn't know it was this person had this machine, but we're gonna go and pick it up from his house. He's gonna be super nice that he's gonna give it to us for like an hour or two until we finish fixing the bridge. But let's make our way down this road until we see a farm on the left side. Farm. I don't see a farm. Oh my goodness, did I pass it? Oh more. Oh wait, I think the farm is gonna be right here. Yes, the farm is right here. So let me make a left turn and oh, hello little cow. And oh my goodness, there are so many cattle right here. Hi siblings. All right, so okay, so the machine is gonna be right here. I'm gonna pull into this side because I'm gonna throw down the ramps of the trailer. All right, let's go and throw the ramps to the ground. Let's kick them down. All right, and then we're gonna hop into this nice looking machine. Dude, this is really nice. I like the color on this thing. But we're gonna get this thing loaded up on top of this this trailer. Hopefully it fits. I don't know if I have to raise the forks. It looks like we don't have to. All right, nice. So we're gonna park this thing right here. Let me turn it off and let's hop out. Let me just make sure the straps are all good. All right, looks like they're all good, and we can start getting. Oh, actually, you know what? We also have to run to the plain tool store. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. Can you guys forgive me? I'm still a little bit shocked by what 13-year-old bros did to my favorite work truck. Oh my goodness, I can't believe he did that. All right, so let me hop into TRX. We're gonna back this thing up and we're gonna pull out where we came from. So let me carefully do this. All right, and then let me pull out. All right, nice. But the main reason that we are gonna be heading towards the plain tool store is because we're gonna get the road fixed up, which means we're gonna have to close it on both sides. So we're gonna have to use those cones to close the road, if that makes any sense. So let's make a right where the main road is. Let me carefully turn. There we go. Oh, that was a really wide turn. I did not mean to make that kind of a huge wide turn. Alright, everyone, we are back in town. W's in the chat. And by the way, the suspension of my TRX is not liking this. Look, it's kind of squatting in the rear, because if you guys didn't know, this is an off-roading truck and not a work truck. I wonder what happened to my work truck. But anyways, the plain tool store is right here. I'm gonna quickly turn on my hazards and we are gonna run inside this shop, because we're gonna get two different types of cones. So let's run inside the store, and then I think I'm gonna grab these cones right here, and then I'm gonna grab these cones right here. All right, nice. So we got the big cones and then we got the baby cones, or the small cones. All right, let's walk around the store and let's check if we need anything else. I don't think we need anything else, because the rest of this stuff is for like camping and stuff, and I'm not gonna go camping today, or at least right now. All right, so I walked around the store. We don't need anything, so let's quickly check out for our cones. There we go. Oh my goodness, I just paid like 40 bucks for these cones. All right, let's walk out and let's start making our way to the bridge so we can get it fixed up. All right, let me hop in. Let me turn it on, and the bridge is gonna be down this road right here. I believe it should be this bridge right here. If it doesn't have the guardrails, then it's probably gonna be the bridge down the main road. And oh yes, oh my goodness, it is so destroyed right now. Oh, this is not good. All right, so I'm gonna pull over right here. There we go. I think I'm gonna pull over to the corner, and then we're gonna unload this special machine from the trailer. So let me hop in. Let me carefully get this down. All right, and then we are gonna start closing the road, because we gotta fix this bridge. So I'm gonna fix it probably on this side. Let me just close to this side of the bridge. So let me do one, and then another one in the middle. There we go. And I think we could just put two more right here, and then just put the smaller cones. Yes, like this. Awesome. Look at that. We got that side of the road closed. All we gotta do is close the other side of the road just to be safe. It's always good to be safe than sorry. So I'm gonna place one cone right here, and then we're gonna place another one, and then we're gonna place another one, and I guess we just put two more right here, right? Oh, that one's gonna be a little bit crooked, but that's fine. All we gotta do is put the baby cones just like so. I'm gonna place one right there, and then I'm gonna place another one right there, and perfect. Look at that. We've got both sides of the road completely closed down. Oh yeah, no more need to panic. Let me hop in the machine right here, and then I'm gonna carefully back this thing up. All we gotta do is raise kind of like the booms right here. Oh, hold on, there was a tree in my way. So let me raise the boom, and then raise the, I guess, you know what, not raise the forks, bring them down, and then we just extend this. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. And now we just fix the guardrail like this. Oh, hold on, I think I might have to put the forks down a little bit. There we go. And then we should start fixing it and begin by putting this into place. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing the entire bridge, but I am gonna be doing kind of the first entrance and then kind of the first part of the bridge as well. So we're gonna push all of this in. Just roleplay, you guys. Pretend. Shh. You know what? I'm just gonna push all of this in just to make sure. Oh, look at that. Is that thing split in half? Hold on. Hold on. Look at that. Look. Holy moly. This thing got cut in half. What the heck? All right, hold on. Let me check this from the bottom. Okay, so it looks perfect right here. All right, nice. All right, so it's not bad. It just looks really bad at the top. So let me get up here, and I'm gonna continue fixing this bridge right here. We're almost finished, you guys, and then we're gonna be able to go back to our house so we can go back and fix my work truck that was completely destroyed. I wonder who did it. So let me quickly finish this up. All right, and I think that is gonna be it for the fix of the bridge. I think that looks really nice, you guys. Dude, it looks like brand new. It looks like nothing ended up happening to the bridge, but that's because I'm the best employee ever. I'm gonna back this thing up, and I'm gonna retract the boom all the way back, and then I'm gonna raise what is this called, the forks up. How do I raise it? Oh yes, like that, because I don't want it to poke the back of my work truck. So let me get this thing parked up right here. There we go. Let's put the straps down all the way down. Nice. And all we gotta do is kick up the ramps and pick up our mess, which is just the cones. It wasn't really much of a mess. So let me quickly pick up all of these cones. Oh my goodness, I have so many cones. There we go. The last one on this side, and look at that. Boom. Oh no, we got one more side to do. All right, so let me start picking the cones from this side, and then we should be completely done with picking up the mess that we left on the bridge, which is gonna be done. Let's go. All right, so let me hop in the TRX. We're gonna start driving back to our spot, which just means my home, so we can grab the work truck and get it restored like brand new, because you guys know what happened. Someone had to destroy my truck. Cough cough, 13 year bros. But it looks like we have arrived back to my house. I'm gonna leave my truck parked right here and get in my truck right here, because the sun looks like it's about midday and I don't want to return by midnight. But take a look at this thing. This thing is the most ugly truck I have ever seen in my life. What the heck, dude? I feel like 13 year bros kind of went too far with this one. Let me know in the comments if he went too far with this prank, and let me know if I should prank him back. Oh yeah, but like I said, if I do prank him back, I will not be going easy on him. Alright everyone, we are back in town. The mechanic shop is down the road. I can see it. So let me get this thing backed up, and I'm gonna open up the garage door just like so, and we're gonna get this thing looking like brand new. So throw this thing in park, turn off the engine, and the first thing we are gonna be doing is fixing the color on this thing. So let's make it back to my favorite color, which is a nice gray. There we go. We are going to be removing all of these ugly attachments, even the flatbed, because we are not going to be needing it anymore. So let's remove all of this. There we go. Let me take the nose off. Let me take the presents off. And I think that is going to be it. All we got to do is fix the suspension and then fix up the camber. Oh my goodness. All right. So it looks like we're looking really good. Let me quickly add a bed. We're going to add a nice dually bed with a tailgate. Let's add some mud flaps. Oh, which one is it? Okay. So I normally add these mud flaps right here. I'm gonna add a hitch, a light bar, and a headache rack. Oh yeah, we also can't forget about the running boards, which I always get the most expensive one. All right, so all we gotta do is fix the suspension. I'm just gonna raise it a little bit since I did kind of drop it to stock. So this should be good right here. All I'm going to be doing is fixing up the wheels, since I feel like they're a little bit off. I don't know, something's off about them. All right, so it looks like nothing was wrong with them, and now it should be pretty much back to new. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss an attachment, which it looks like I did not. So let's pull this out to the shop. Look at this. Oh my goodness, we ended up fixing my truck, dude. Holy moly. And I feel like it looks way better, you guys. Look at that, dude. That looks way better. It literally looks like brand new. I just bought it, but it's got pretty much everything I had originally. But I think that is gonna be it for this video. And if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another American Plains modding, and today we have my work truck, which we are going to be turning into a flatbed and working for the city. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, and let's jump in. So they added flatbeds back into APM. They did remove it for like a week, but now they are back, and why not turn my work truck into a flatbed? I think that just makes sense. So let me just hop in. We're gonna get this thing turned on, and we are gonna start driving to the mechanic shop so we can get this thing with the brand new flatbed, and then we can probably raise up the suspension. I feel like my suspension is a little bit low. Oh my goodness, I just hit my mailbox. I'm gonna be in trouble. So pretty much this is gonna be a revamp of the flatbed. So this is a really nice update, because now you can add it to your favorite trucks, or at least the majority of like new trucks that allow the flatbed to be added to the trucks, which is pretty cool. It's pretty sick. So we have quite the day today. We're gonna have to pick up a lot of stuff and do a lot of jobs when working for the city, but we have a stop right here, so let's make sure the road is clear. All right, let's cross through, and then we're gonna make a right on this road right here, because this is a little shortcut to go to the mechanic shop. Because if you take a look at the stop sign, we have the mechanic shop called Tenny right here. So I'm gonna back this thing up. You know what, let me pull in through the other side. I think this is the entrance right here. So I'm gonna back this thing up. I'm gonna quickly hop out, because I am going to have to open open up this garage door just like so we can pull in my GMC Denali. By the way, my color looks a little bit different. Typically my truck looks more grayish, but yeah, it looks really different today. But let's quickly fix that. Let me quickly make my truck gray. There we go. I'm gonna add some reflectance. Is that a good gray? I think that's a really nice gray. Let me add a little bit of tint. There we go. Oh yeah, we gotta make this thing super fast. All right, so we maxed out the engine, and then actually before we do the wheels and the suspension, I'm gonna quickly add the brand new bed, which it looks like we have two options. We can add this one, or we could add this one right here. Oh my goodness, I don't know which one to go to. I like both of these. Both of these look really nice, you guys. Are they the same? I feel like they're the same. Actually, you know what? This one is wider and this one is smaller. This is for a single cab, and then this is for like a dually, which we are gonna be taking. I wonder if this thing has a bed. Wait, can I add it? Oh my goodness, I can't add a tailgate. Dude, that looks so silly. We're not gonna add a headache rack because this thing already has one, so we don't need another one. But we are gonna add these running boards because I feel like it goes with the style. Let me also take off the hitch. We do not need that. And lastly, I am gonna put a winch on the front just in case we need to tow some stuff, because you know today we are gonna be a work truck. Let me also fix the light bar because this one does not look good. And that is gonna be it for the attachments. We can now move on to the suspension. I'm gonna add a little bit of suspension, nothing too crazy because I don't want this thing to be super tall. Let me add a little bit of camber. Now I'm gonna make these a little bit wider. There we go. And then I'm gonna tuck them in a bit from the back. Oh my goodness, this looks crazy. Actually, you know what? I think I have to fix the offset. They're a little bit too tilted. All right, there we go. Camber. Did I say offset? I meant camber. All right, this thing looks way better. What else do we need? I guess the rims, but I really love these rims. Maybe we can find better ones. This one? Actually, you know what? We can just grab these right here and make them chrome. So let me do that. Let me see if this thing is looking nice. All right, look at this thing. This thing is looking like a beauty. Is that it for the build? I think that's it for the build. We're finished. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me quickly fix up the wheels. There we go. Boom. Now we are finished. Let's pull this bad boy out of the garage, or I guess the mechanic shop, and take a look at this thing. Yo, we ended up cooking, chat. Take a look at this work truck that we managed to turn into a flatbed. Yo, this thing looks really nice. Did I cook, chat? Let me know. Be honest, you guys, or was this a mess? But I think it's time to put it to the test. So I'm gonna go and quickly hop in. We're gonna start. Actually, you know what? We can start our shift. So we are gonna be starting our shift as a worker for the city. And oh no, it looks like we are gonna begin our first job right here. So let's get this mess out of here. I'm gonna put them in the back of my flatbed. So let me put the flatbed right there. I'm gonna put another hay bale on top there. Oh, hold on. All right, this one is gonna go sideways just like that. And let me grab the last one. Dude, I am so heavy, dude. Oh, I'm gonna be so sore. Let me try to hop on. There we go. And boom, we got the hay bales loaded onto the trailer. I mean flatbed. I meant to say flatbed. And we cleaned up the mess that this guy ended up leaving. Oh my goodness. Wait, what is this? Toolbox. Oh, that's pretty sick. I can store some stuff. And then side rails. What if I click on side rails? Oh, what is that supposed to do? Oh, it's supposed to drop it down. That's pretty nice. All right, but I'm gonna keep it on since I don't want those hay bales to kind of roll off or slide to the side. And we're gonna hop into the dually. Our next job is gonna be at the salt center, and pretty much we're gonna go and clean up that area. I don't know if I'm gonna need any tools. I mean, we could quickly run over to the store. I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm gonna go with my gut feeling and say that we don't need some tools for the job. I guess we're gonna find out because we are now at the salt center. So oh my goodness, look at that mess, you guys. Dude, are you serious right now? All right, so let me get my truck parked up, and then I'm gonna pick up all of these cones. Oh my goodness, dude, whoever works here, please clean up your mess next time. But I'm gonna quickly grab all of my cones. All right, let me grab this one. I'm gonna grab that one, and then I'm gonna grab this one. Now I'm not gonna put them in the back since they're not mine. It's owned by this company, so I'm just gonna organize it, and I'm just gonna place them right here in a straight line if I can. It's gonna look a little bit crooked because there's kind of like a little incline right here. Look at that little incline. Oh my goodness, that thing looks like it's gonna fall over, but trust me, it's not gonna flip over. And look at that, we have all the cones in order, and we can head over to our last job, which is gonna be at the APM seed place, which it's honestly like down the road. It's pretty fast. So let me actually turn around right here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to do a little U-turn. All right, now we can turn, and pretty much we're gonna go and pick up a pallet of seed because we're gonna grab it and take it to the tool store because they're kind of low on supplies. So they want me to kind of help them out, and since I'm working part of the city. I guess they have a contract with them. So, you know, I don't mind helping them out. I'm going to open up this garage right here before I back. Oh my goodness. Did I just sideswipe my truck? Oh, dude, I am so clumsy. I am the clumsiest YouTuber ever. All right, so let me hop in and then I'm going to back my work truck right in here. Let me carefully back this thing up. All right, everyone. We have our work truck backed into the APM seed place. I'm going to grab a forklift, which it seems that we can use this one. I'm going to hop into this thing and hold on. Let me turn it on. I got to turn on my safety light and then I'm going to try to grab a pallet of seed. I'm going to try to fit it on the back of our work truck. I don't know if it's going to fit on the flatbed. Let me see. Am I going to have enough space to load up the pallet of seed? I'm going to try. Actually, you know what? We could just unload these hay bales and then we can just put them on the side. You know what? I'm going to place them outside. I don't want them to be inside because they're going to be like, who is this hay bales? Let me grab another hay bale. I'm going to put it right next to where I placed the first one. So this one is going right here. And let me quickly grab the last hay bale, which is going to be this. Oh my goodness. What did I just open? Hitch cover. Oh my goodness. You could put a hitch right here. I did not know that. All right. Let me grab my last hay bale and then we're just going to place it right here on top. Oh, there you go. All right. So I'm going to quickly throw down the rails because I don't want to hit the side of it. You guys know I'm a little bit clumsy or very clumsy. So I'm going to hop in. I'm going to turn this thing on. We're going to raise it all the way to the sky. And then I'm going to try to load this carefully on the top of our brand new work truck that we made and built today. So I'm going to lower the forks, unload this, and look at that. We successfully loaded the pallet of seed. Now, before we do head out, I'm going to kick up the rails. There we go. We don't want that thing to kind of fall. Hopefully it doesn't, because if I brake too hard, this thing might fall. Anyways, let me put the forklift where we got it from. I'm going to lower the forks and then I'm going to get this thing parked up where I got it from, which was probably around here. Now, let me just turn off the safety lights and we can now get out of here. So make sure everything is safe and secure. All right. I'm going to hop in and we are going to start making our way towards the APM tool store. So I'm going to, oh my goodness, no way. Oh my goodness, this is a complete mess. Dude, I can't believe it fell. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to load it from the side. Oh, whoops. All right. So I'm going to quickly run inside the APM seed warehouse and grab a forklift and bring it back. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back. I'm going to grab this pallet of seed and we are going to try again. I'm going to load it from the side this time. Hopefully this works better than happened like a couple seconds ago. So we're going to get this thing loaded right here. Hopefully this thing does not fall this time. So let me quickly unload it. There we go. And I'm going to quickly put this forklift inside of this warehouse right here. Open sesame. No way. That actually worked. I can't believe saying open sesame works, but let's leave the forklift right in the corner. Let's go and get this pallet of seeds delivered. All right, let me hop in and I'm going to carry. Oh, hold on. I need to kick up the rail. Imagine if I left without kicking up the rail. That could have been bad, but let's quickly get out of here. I'm going to try to drive as slowly as possible. Oh my goodness, as slowly as possible. I might have to put this in low drive, honestly. There we go. We are now in low drive, so technically this thing should not be moving too much, and I'm just gonna drive at my pace because I honestly don't want this to fall. So oh my goodness, dude, I almost dropped it. No way. All right, careful. If I step on this thing one more time, it is so over for me, and I'm kind of at a point where like I'm a little bit too far from the warehouse to grab the forklift. So if this thing falls, I am so cooked, chat. Oh no, look at that. It's on the side of the rails. Dude, this is gonna be so close. Alrighty, everyone, we are still driving to the tool store. As you guys can see, the pallet is still in the back of the trailer. I feel like I am so close, and boom, we are now at the plain tool store. So let me quickly back this thing up. Let me quickly reverse this thing carefully. All right, and then I'm gonna grab a forklift and get this thing unloaded from my truck. So let's open this up. There we go. All right, let's see, where is this forklift? Oh my goodness, it's right here. That was easy. All right, so I'm gonna quickly back this thing up and then I'm gonna raise this. So let me quickly raise the fork. There we go. And we're gonna try to grab it from the side. Let me just drop the rails. Nice. So let me carefully grab this pallet. Oh, hold on. I can't believe that worked. And then we're just gonna drop it right here in the corner. So let me quickly unload it. There we go. And boom. Look at that. Let me just lower the forks, because if I have the forks raised all the way to the top, then that is gonna be a safety hazard. But we got the pallet of seed loaded into the plain tool store. Let me just close that right up. And before before we do leave, I'm gonna kick up the side rail and make our way back home, because if you guys take a look at the time, the sun is about to start going down. And home sweet home, we have now arrived back to our house with our amazing work truck. Now let me get this thing parked in my driveway. There we go. And take a look at the machine we ended up using in today's update. I think we need some W's in the chat. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video. And today we're going to be building a brand new driveway for my home. Let me actually just close my door before I do forget. I always have the bad habit of leaving my door open. But if you guys take a look right here, I want to build a big giant driveway that connects to the dirt road over there. So let me actually show you where I want it to connect, because if you guys didn't know, I only have one entrance to this driveway. But if I have a second one, it's going to be so much better because I'm going to be able to get to my home faster. But if we take a look right here, this is where I want the driveway to start and go all the way to my house. So before we do get into it, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. We're going to start off by heading down the street over to the construction site, and we're going to pick up some equipment so we can get the driveway built today. So let me hop right back in my truck, and there we go. And I hope you guys are excited because this is going to be one of the biggest, probably one of the biggest projects I have ever done on this channel. The goal is to make sure we have our brand new driveway done before the sun sets. So we have to hurry up if we want to catch the daylight time. So let's see. Okay, so this is the equipment that we're going to be taking, and hold on, let me get this connected, and there we go. First try. And let me get this piece of equipment first loaded up on the trailer. So let me hop right in. There we go. Let me back up and let's get this thing loaded up on the trailer. And if you guys aren't aware, this is actually also a brand new trailer that was added to the game a couple weeks ago. I think it was actually last week to be exact. But let me get this thing parked up. There we go. And let me lift the bag so we can start taking this thing back to my place. And that should be good right there. Awesome. Let me hop right back in my truck and let me turn around right here, and let's get this thing dropped off so we can come back and pick up so we can come back and pick up the second piece of equipment. I believe it's called an excavator. I could be wrong. Let me know if that is correct. But that is the machine that we are going to be taking. So let's see. Where are we going to get this thing dropped off? I think I'm going to get it dropped off at the entrance of my house. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. All right, let me turn it in right here. And then we're going to get this thing dropped off right around right here. So let me slow down. Let me get this thing parked. And let me unload this thing from here. And oh, actually, hold on. I forgot. I have to lower it from here. All right, there we go. This thing is now lowered. Let me hop right back in, and there we go. All right, I'm gonna leave this thing parked right around here. Oh, hold on, let me turn this thing off. All right, there we go. We got that thing turned off. Let me raise the ramps back up, and let's quickly go. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's the lights. And pick up the second piece of equipment so we can get started on the job. The sun seems to be that is not showing us any mercy today. It is moving pretty fast, but I think we are good on time right now so far because we are not slacking off. Oh, and by the way, I hope you guys had an amazing Thanksgiving because I did. I had a super great time, and I hope you guys did as well. But we are back at the construction site. Wait, was that an entrance? I think there was an entrance back there. Oh my goodness, I missed it. Anyways, there's another one right here. So let me just pull in and let's get this excavator on the back of here. So I think I'm gonna put it right here. Let's get this thing back lowered. There we go. And let me hop right in. All right, we got this thing turned on. Let me carefully load this up on the trailer, just like so. There we go. I think I'm gonna park it right here, and I'm gonna get the ramps raised back up. And look at that, it's going back up. All right, let me hop right back in, and we're gonna start making our way back home so we can start on this project immediately. So let me carefully turn right here. There we go. Alrighty, we are now here. Let me get this thing unloaded. Let me place this in park. There we go. And let me just drop the ramps. Alright, nice. Alright, let me carefully pull this thing down. Alright, there we go. And I'm gonna back it up, I think right here. I think this is fine for now. We're not gonna use it right now. Alrighty, so we are going to be using this machine to create the driveway all the way down there, and then we're gonna use some of the excavator to kind of smooth some things out, like remove some of this rock right here and make it much more of a smooth driveway. So let's get started with this first. Let me turn this thing on. I'm gonna lower the ripper. There we go, and there we go. I'm probably gonna do a couple passes just to make sure that the driveway is nice and refined. But look at that, look, it's starting to look pretty good. All right, nice, not bad. All right, so we're gonna make a turn right here. Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely have to make a couple passes. All right, let's pass this tree right here, and we're almost at a dirt road. As you guys can see, it is starting to look pretty nice, but there seems to be some rocks here which we are going to be removing. And there we go, look at that. This is going to be the first part of the driveway. I'm gonna head my way back so we can give it like one more pass, and then we're gonna use the excavator to dig out all the rocks out. Alrighty everyone, we are now back. I'm gonna get the ripper lowered back down. There we go, and let's give it one more pass so we can redefine this path. I'm gonna focus on making it look a little bit more sharper. I gotta carefully do this part. There we go. Nice. All right, I might do a little quick time lapse just so I won't bore you guys. So let's do it in 3, 2, and 1. And look at that, we are now finished pretty much doing the first part of the driveway. As you guys can see, it is now looking very nice. You can see how the driveway is turning out, and now we can head over back home and pick up the excavator so we can remove all these rocks from the driveway and it can be smoother. So I'm gonna make my way back over there. Dude, it looks so nice. Look at that. Alrighty, we are now back. I always forget to turn off the engine. There you go. Alright, we are now back. Let me hop back in this thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of using this because sometimes it's kind of annoying. We're gonna start off by chipping at this rock right here. So let me get the arms lowered like so, and I'm gonna get it a little bit closer. Hold on, like right here, and let's start removing some of this rock. There we go, look at that. Oh my goodness, dude, it is perfect now. I think it's almost perfect. So we took that giant rock out of here, and oh my goodness, what are my arms doing? Let me give this a nice check, and let's see. Oh, there's another one right here. We're gonna have to take this one out as well. Let me hop right back in, and let me dump some of this rock right down here. So let me tilt it down. There we go, and let's get this giant piece out of here because it does not look good. So let me lower my arms, and let me tilt this a little bit down. Oh, that's a little bit too much. I think that should be good right here. Hold on, I need to lower my arms a little bit more. So I've been trying to get it from that angle, but it's not working. So I'm gonna try to dig it from the side and see if that works, because I've been trying to dig at it for a good minute now and it does not want to come out. So I'm not sure what to really do right now. Yeah, you see, nothing happens. We might just have to deal with it, honestly, because I cannot get it out of the driveway. But we're going to continue moving and remove the rocks on the other side. Not on the other side, a little bit more down here, because the sun is pretty much, where is it? Oh my goodness, the sun is halfway done. Yeah, it looks like it's about like 6 p.m. That is not good. The last task is to make sure we remove a good portion of these rocks, especially this huge chunk right here. So let's get on excavating. There we go, look at that. And let's pick up the pace because the sun wants to start going down. So let me hurry up. Alrighty everyone, we are almost finished. We just need 2 more sections, which is this one and this one right here. Let's go full speed. Let's try to get this one right here. There we go, look at that. Alright, so it looks like we just need this piece right here and we should be pretty much done. And there we go. We took the giant blast rock that was stuck right here, and this is pretty much our brand new driveway. So let me hop in my truck so we can actually test out this driveway and see how this thing feels. Alrighty, I am now in my truck and I have managed to bring it around so we can test this thing out, and this is going to be the first test of the brand new driveway. So look at that, not bad. Oh my goodness, this part is so smooth. Let's quickly go up here. There we go. Not bad. I could probably smooth that out, but I'll probably do it later. And look at that. That was amazing. Not only did we manage to excavate this entire driveway, but we were able to do it in time because the sun is now starting to go down. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video, and today there's been a big update with a new trailer. So we're gonna be using it, and we're gonna go and find this barn that has a lot of vintage vehicles and restore them. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into the video. But before we do take off, you guys know I gotta close my door just like so, and we're gonna be taking our truck today. So let me get this thing bad boy turned on, and let's make our way to the trailer store so we can check out this trailer. Apparently it's brand new, so I haven't had time to check it out, but we're gonna be the first to see it in today's video. And I'm also very excited to see this barn. I don't know, apparently I got this call from my buddy, and he told me that there was like 3 vintage cars inside of it, so I'm really excited. I just had to pay him like $5,000 for the cars, but he told me that they did not work, so we're gonna have fun today. So let's make a left turn right here. There we go. And by the way, I did put like a little supercharger in my engine because this thing was driving too slow. So if you hear like a little whine, it's coming from the engine. It should be the supercharger. But it looks like we are now back in the city. Let's see. Okay, so this is the trailer store right here. So let me put on my blinkers. You guys know I'm a safe driver. And ooh, look at that. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. I don't know about the blue color. I'm not a fan of that. I like to keep it black. But here is the brand new trailer. Let's get this thing connected. Let me back this thing and bang, look at that. We are not connected. Hold on, let me just quickly pull up my tailgate. I don't like when it's left open like that. I don't want trash to get inside my bed. But let's make our way to the implement store so we can quickly customize this thing. I think I'm gonna make it really big. Apparently you can make it really big, so that is gonna be the first thing that I'm gonna do right now. So let me hop out and let me quickly open up the door of the garage. There we go. Let me hop right back in, and let's get this thing right in here so we can get it customized. So we are now inside the shop. Good thing the shop is fairly big. So let me place this thing in park, turn it off, and let's see what can we do. All right, so we go through here, trailer, and okay, so the paint, we're not gonna touch the paint because I really love the color, so we're not gonna touch that. But we are going to add one axis, and we're gonna make it super long. Oh my goodness, yo, look at this, it's super long. Holy moly, I think we're gonna have enough space for the cars. And now that I think about it, how am I gonna back up? Oh no, what did I do, you guys? All right, so let me finish up customizing this trailer. Let's see what else we can do. Attachments. Oh, we can add attachments. Oh, we can add a winch right here. Look at that, winch off, winch on. Yo, that's pretty sick. I'm actually gonna keep that. That's gonna come in handy. And we can add mud flaps. Oh, we can change the ramps. Look at this, 1, 2. Oh, pretty sick. I'm gonna keep this one. I really love that one. So I'm gonna try to back up out of here. It's probably gonna take, oh, you know what, I can just come out of here, bruh. All right, let me hop right back in. Let me turn this thing on, and let's see if we can get out of here. Kind of scratching up my trailer. Kind of scratched it. Whoopsie doopsie. But before we do leave, let me try to close this because I don't want to be mean and I don't want to leave these things on. So let me close that one right there, and then I'm gonna close this one right here. So I'm gonna have to jump right here. 1, 2, and oh yeah, I should be Kobe Bryant. I'm kidding. Bro said he should be Kobe Bryant. What the heck am I talking about? All right, we should make our way to the barn that is going to be located right here in the corner of the map. So let's make our way over there. I have yeah, we are ready to go. We have our brand new trailer connected to our brand new truck that we recently got, but we do have a stop sign right here. So let me make sure the road is clear. There we go. And let me also turn on my emergency lights on because this is going to be a huge load. And I'm also hoping that we can manage to put 3 vehicles on this trailer. I really hope so. If not, then I'm gonna have to do 2 trips. And oh my goodness, are they adding more trees? I think they're adding more trees to the game. I see more trees right down by the bridge. I mean, I like that. It looks pretty nice. But we're gonna make a huge turn right here. Let me make a huge turn. Oh no, don't hit the stop sign. All right, nice. We're not gonna hit the stop sign. Alrighty, everyone, my buddy's house is right here, so let's pull into his driveway just like so. We got a huge trailer connected to this thing, and I don't see, oh wait a minute, is this the barn right here? Hold on, let me try to reverse into the barn. Hold on, let me do this. Gonna go a little bit onto the grass, and let's back this thing up. And I think that is going to be good because we still gotta throw down the front of the trailer. So let's see, let me grab the functions, and let's see, how do we work this thing? So dovetail raise, no, lower. Oh, that's how you do it. All right, so let me finish lowering this thing just like so. And all right, so I don't know if that's gonna be enough to get on the car. Yeah, I think that's gonna be enough to get the cars loaded up on the trailer. So let me open up this right here and a bit. Oh my goodness, look at this. Yo, is this a Flybird Pontiac? Yo, this is crazy. And what is this? A Dodge? This kind of looks like a Dodge. This could be a Cadillac. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. So we're gonna get inside the first one. There we go. And these things are super rusty. Dude, I am surprised that these things still work. I am really surprised. So I'm gonna get the first one loaded up on the trailer. There we go. And we're gonna put the third car right behind the first one. So let's get onto this one. Let me turn this thing on. Oof, yeah, these things are so rusty. It's taking forever to turn. All right, so let's park it right behind here, just like so. Oh, did I hit it? Oh my goodness, a little bump. And we have this part right here, and I do not think I'm gonna be a little bit insane, you guys. I'm gonna try to put the last vehicle on top of here. Yo, is this gonna work or not? I wonder if this is gonna glitch. I hope not. All right, so I have half of the car right here. Let me get out. Oh no, this is not gonna work. Okay, so it looks like we might have to do 2 trips. We're gonna leave this right here. I'm gonna turn it off and we will be right back. Let me go in here. Let me raise the dovetail just like so. And let's quickly make our way to the mechanic shop so we can drop these things off. Oh my goodness, that was a super tight turn right there. Oh my goodness. All right, let's make our way quickly to the mechanic shop. Or you know what? With the magic of editing, I'm gonna be at the mechanic shop in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back at the mechanic shop. What did I tell you guys? With the power of editing, you can do pretty much anything. But we're gonna get this thing back up into the garage right here. But you guys know that I gotta open this thing up because it is completely closed right now. So let me go on here, jump right here, and then boom, that was pretty epic. All right, so let me quickly fix myself because I am super crooked right now. Oh my, this is embarrassing. Just like so. And I think that is going to be good right here. All right, let's get these things disconnected because I have a dinner reservation in the afternoon. So I'm gonna lower this thing, and is it done? I think it's done now. All right, I'm gonna hop into this one right here. There we go. We're gonna unload it, place this one probably around here somewhere. Gotta get that one fixed. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to fix these. First one delivered, second one is right here. So let me squeeze through and turn this thing on and park it right here. Oh no, hold on, no, that was bad. And there we go. We have our second vehicle parked up. That just means that we can now make our way and make our last trip back to the barn so we could pick up the last car. So I think my dovetail should be raised. So let's get out of here. And you guys know the drill. With the power of editing, I'm gonna be at the barn. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back at the barn. I'm gonna get this thing back right up. So let me do this carefully, and I think that should be good right there. All right, now let me just lower the dovetail just like so. Come on, a little bit more. Perfect. All right, now we can finally take this thing back to the mechanic shop. And it's funny how like this is the only vehicle that we're gonna be taking on this huge trailer. Look at this is pretty funny. So let's see, I'm gonna try to do 2 things at once. I'm gonna raise this thing, and then while that's raising, I'm gonna come over here, close the doors just like so, and let's check if it's now finished. Awesome, look at that, dude. I am super good at saving time. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go back to the mechanic shop and I'll catch you guys over there. Alrighty, everyone, we are almost at the mechanic shop. Do you guys like the power of editing? How you guys get to save all this time? But look at this, we are now here. Awesome. So we're gonna turn this thing around just like so, and we're gonna back into the garage so we can finally deliver our last Corvette. Or actually no, this is not Corvette, I think it's a Cadillac. And there we go. So let's quickly lower this thing. Lower. Look at that, looks pretty cool. I really love this because it makes it easier for the vehicles to be dropped off. But we're gonna park this one right here, and before we do leave, I want to quickly customize them. So let's customize this one quickly. Let's see, what should we do? Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice color. Exterior. All right, I really like this dark gray. Yo, that dark gray looks nice. Let me just add some reflectance. Ooh, look at that. Paint. Oops, kind of changed that. And then let's quickly change up the wheels because the paint of the wheels do not look good. All right, so rims, and then let's do let's see what looks good. I think, oh, we gotta do this, and then, oh, should we do like a gold color? Look at that, like a little gold color. Looks pretty sick. And then we just add some reflectance, or you know what, let's just try white. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. So we have our first car restored. Look at how beautiful this thing is looking like. All right, let me do this one. I'm thinking about like a little purple color. That's what I'm thinking about. Maybe like a dark purple. I think that would look pretty sick. All right, so let's do purple, and then boom, bada bang. Ooh, look at that. Just do this and then add some reflectance. Nice. Yo, this is looking really nice. All right, let me quickly paint the wheels. Do that and that, and I think I'm just gonna add some reflectance. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, now we're talking. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness, these look so nice. And this one, all right, I'm thinking about like a baby blue. Yeah, let's do a quick baby blue. Blue, 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 blue. And then let's do this. Ooh, is this baby blue? That's not baby blue. I think this is baby blue. Add some of this, just like so, and some reflectance. All right, look at that. Sick. That is freaking sick. All right, now let's do the wheels. I'm probably gonna do the same thing and just add some reflectance. So rims, this, white, and then look at that. Now we're talking. Look at that. We have this beautiful baby blue color, this beautiful flybird, and this beautiful Pontiac, which I think, yeah, I still think it is. But look at that. Awesome, awesome job. So I'm gonna quickly drop the trailer off. But before we do, let me quickly raise the dovetail. Come on, go all the way up. And I'm gonna try to close the garage door and then move my car really fast. So in 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We don't have time. We don't have time. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, dude, that was so close. Dude, I am so reckless. All right, let's quickly make our way to the trailer store. Ooh, that was pretty fast. Dude, I'm getting faster by the day. All right, so let me turn around and I'm gonna drop this trailer right around here. Quickly disconnect it and everyone say goodbye to the brand new trailer because we're gonna make our way back home. Alright, everyone, we are now back home. And oh my goodness, did I seriously leave the back of my bed open? Dude, I forgot to close the tailgate. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let me quickly do this. Now I am embarrassed. Alright, so let me get this thing parked right here. Whoops. And there we go. What a successful day. What time is it? Oh, it's the afternoon. It's about like 6 p.m. But anyways, that was a successful mission. What do you guys think about this brand new update, or I guess trailer in APM? But if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. Come on, keep going, keep going. Come on, grab. Oh yes, yes, yes. Push, push, push. We're almost there. No way. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm just having fun in my backyard. Let me go back to my driveway. Oh my goodness, it is so bumpy. And here we are, dude. This thing is so dirty. I might have to take this to the car wash. But welcome back to another video. And today, if you guys remember, we took this TRX, my fastest truck, or I guess the fastest truck in American Plains mudding, and we turned this thing into a beautiful RV camper. And now I think it's time to make an off-roading one, but with my work truck. This guy is my work truck. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you guys know this is one of my favorite work trucks I have ever had, and I think it needs a little change. I think it would be pretty cool to turn it into an off-roading beast like this TRX, which we're gonna do right now. So if you guys are excited, smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, and I think it's time to begin. Alrighty, so let's hop in the GMC Ultimate. Let me get this thing started. And the first stop that we are gonna make our way towards is gonna be the mechanic shop, so we can throw this. Actually, should I go to the mechanic shop? Yeah, I am gonna go to the mechanic shop. I was thinking about going to the implement store since the garages are way bigger, but the mechanic shop does have some big garage spots that we can go into, so we can put this huge RV camper onto. And of course, we're gonna be testing it out and taking it off-roading and putting it to the test. I'm kind of nervous, you guys, because this thing is gonna be so huge. These things are no joke. So we have a stop right here. Let's make sure the intersection is clear. Then we cross. There we go. And the mechanic shop, actually, you know what? We could go through the back right here. So let's take this road right here, make a right turn. Oh my goodness, that was a super tight turn. And then we're gonna make another left right here and go through the back of the car wash, and then we should be at the mechanic shop. So let's pull through. I think I'm gonna go in one of these garages right here, one of the big ones. Let me just quickly turn this thing around. I'm gonna back this thing up, and before we get this thing loaded into the garage, I am gonna open it. There we go. And now this is the moment of truth. We're gonna be putting the biggest camper, or I guess the camper. So let's quickly go to attachments. We are gonna remove the light bar for now. We're gonna put it back. Do not worry, you guys, we're gonna put it back. We're gonna remove these hitches because we do not need it as of right now, and we are gonna be removing the headache rack. So let's throw on this gigantic camper. Oh my goodness, this is insane, you guys. Dude, I don't know how to feel about this. It looks pretty cool, that's what I will say. Let me also remove my running boards because we're gonna be adding some brand new ones. But first things first, we gotta fix up the suspension. We gotta raise it just like so. Is this good? I think that's pretty good. Let me raise the back as well. All right, we're looking pretty good so far. The camber looks pretty good. I don't think I need to do too much, so we're gonna keep it like that. Let's fix the spring on this. We gotta make sure this thing is good for off-roading, and we can now move on to the wheels. I think let's go and start with the diameter on these things. I'm gonna increase the offset and the width, and I am gonna increase some of the heights. All right, nothing too crazy. All right, yo, Yo, that looks crazy, dude. Absolutely insane. Oh my goodness, what am I building, you guys? I have no idea what I'm building. Alrighty, next up we are gonna put a single. Ooh, look at that. I think these single wheels look really nice. Yo, that looks dirty. I like it. And lastly, we are gonna do the tires. This should be pretty easy. So let's fix those tires. There we go. And are these off-roading right here? I think these are the off-roading tires. So let's go with off-roading tires. And are we finished? I think we're finished with the wheels. So that means we can move on to the attachments. Let's go. We need some W's in the chat. Let me add that light bar right back on. We're gonna add a winch just in case we get stuck. And lastly, we are gonna be adding some running boards. So let's check out these running boards. Ooh, that looks okay. I think it looks okay. What about this one? This one looks good. I like that one better than this one. And oh, yo, those are perfect, right? I think those look pretty perfect. Let's go with those. And I am gonna move the exhaust up front. And now we are finished with the build. So let's pull this thing into the sun. Holy moly, what did we just build, you guys? Look at this. Oh, yo, that is crazy. This thing is absolutely a monster. Dude, we gotta put this to the test. So let me hop in. There we go. I actually don't know where to take this beast. I mean, we could take it to the world's most difficult off-roading trail, but I don't know if it's gonna be able to do that. I mean, we could try. We're just gonna have to take it very, very easy, you guys. So let's go on the world's hardest APM off-roading trail and let's put this thing to the test. Let's see if this thing can actually off-road. Alrighty, it looks like it's doing pretty well so far. Alright, not bad. Oh no, it's probably gonna flip over right here. Don't flip. Oh no. Hold on, let me back up. Turn my wheel and come on, get on. Yes, we're almost on the hill. W. Oh no, we're about to slide. This thing is so heavy. Jeez Louise. Alright, let's carefully go down. There we go. Dude, this is actually doing way better than I expected. Now this is gonna be really hard. We're gonna try not to fall. Oh my goodness, this thing is a beast. How did it not tip over right there? I think it's certified. Alright, let me carefully go down these rocks right here. Oh no, I'm so scared, you guys. Oh, careful, careful. Alright. Oh my goodness, don't go into the river. Yo, that is scary. Alright, let me make a left on this kind of dirt trail. Be careful with the tree. Alright, let's carefully go up this hill. Oh my goodness, it is so steep. It's going really fast. No way. I'm actually speechless. I did not think it was gonna go through that part, but can I? Uh-oh. I think we might be stuck right here. You know what? I'm gonna try to put this thing in manual mode and see if that is gonna work. So let me put this thing in manual mode. There we go. Let's get some speed. Alright, and boom, look at that. No way. I cannot believe my off-roading camper RV work truck ended up going up this extremely steep hill right here. Oh my goodness. Yo, this thing is a beast. Now, I'm actually gonna be surprised. I doubt that it could actually go up here, but I think we have one other way to find out, but to put it to the test. So let's go inside of this. We're gonna need some speed. So let's get some speed. There we go. Let me step on this thing. Oh no, we are so cooked, chat. Oh no. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Come on, grab. Oh yes, yes, yes. Push, push, push. We're almost there. No way, you guys. It actually went through the most difficult part of the trail. Dude, we're pretty much done with this because the rest of this trail is very, very easy. Of course, we still gotta go and camp here the night. We're gonna try to survive through the entire night. So we're almost finished with this trail. We just gotta go through a mudding. Oh my goodness, I forgot. We gotta go through the mudding spots. Oh, I do not want to get my truck dirty, especially that it looks really nice right now. This thing looks really nice. All right, so let's go through here. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I'm so dirty, or at least my truck is. This thing is a mess. All right, let's go on top of this hill right here. Oh, careful. All right, easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know, this thing is pretty good at doing everything you want it to. Ooh, this is a little nice spot to camp. I should probably camp here. And just like that, we managed to successfully go through the world's hardest off-roading trail with the RV camper. No way, you guys. I think we gotta go to the car wash, get this thing cleaned up, and set up camp because the sun is about to start going down. And I could also get a hamburger. I think that sounds pretty delicious, you guys. So let's go through the car wash. Let's get this thing cleaned up like brand spanking new. So in 3, 2, and 1, let's get a nice and clean car wash. Oh my goodness, look at this. This thing looks so clean. And I kind of want to go camp near the pier where the ocean is. I think that is going to be such a beautiful view. So let's go towards the campsite where let's look for a spot, set up our nice camping spot. So I want you guys to keep your eyes peeled out. We need to look for a really nice spot, you guys. All right, so this is a nice spot right here. Ooh, look at at this spot. This spot is really nice. You know what? I'm really digging this spot right here. Let me back this thing up. I gotta do this carefully, make sure that no one is coming. So let's get this thing parked up. I just want to make sure this thing is now straight. There we go. Turn it off and boom, look at that. We just gotta set up the camp. Let's start from the back. So let me quickly open the back. There you go. And then we're gonna pull out the barbecue grill. Oh my goodness, it's going back. Open sesame. Oh, there it comes back. And there you go. We have our grill right here. All right, let's go inside of the camper. We gotta go and turn on the lights and then set up the table. So let me turn on the light. Where's the light? There you go. And then the tarp should be right here. Oh yes, look at that. That is so nice. And let me pull out the TV, so when we eat our food, we are gonna be able to watch some TV. Dude, look at this. This is such a nice camping spot, you guys. But I'm gonna order some food on DoorDash, and I will cut back when my food arrives. Alrighty, everyone, my DoorDash driver just left me a nice hamburger that looks like the Krabby Patty and some nice fries and my drink. Dude, I am so excited to test this out. So let's give it a taste test in 3, 2, and 1. Yo, that is delicious. All right, some fries. All right, we gotta taste the fries. Yeah, these fries are delicious. I love fries. And then let's take a little sip. Delicious. Oh, I am so stuffed. Now we just gotta wait till the sun goes down so we can go inside in our brand new RV camper that we built today and survive the night. So with the power of time, gonna be nighttime in 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Alright, everyone, it is now nighttime. As you guys can see, the sun has finally gone down and the moon is about to come out. Look at that. I see the moon right there. Let me just quickly turn on my lights because it is super dark. Oh, hold on. Let me put this away. Let me put the grill and then let me put the flap away. There we go. And now we can go inside our camper. Let me close my door. I'm also going to close the blinds. So let's close all of the blinds and we are going to pull the ladder so we can go to our bed. So let's go up here and get some good night rest. So I'm going to catch you guys in the morning. Ugh, what time is it? I gotta, oh, is that the blue sky? I think it's morning. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I might have slept in all morning. All right, let's go and see if the sun has risen. Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful sunrise. What a beautiful morning. And honestly, what a awesome video as well. But if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. And I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be completing the most insane jobs with the brand new truck right here. This thing has a beautiful V8 diesel and it can tow a good amount of vehicles. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I think we should begin. Oh my goodness, I just fell from my balcony. All right, so first things first, we got to go and get into this big machine because we're going to take it to the shop and customize it. Right now the suspension is kind of broken, so we're gonna go get it fixed and we are gonna make this even faster so we can get it ready for these huge jobs. Now, one of these jobs is gonna be delivering a gas tanker to the oil fields, and then our last job is gonna be towing a full trailer filled with hay bales to the brand new farm. So we have quite the day today, like seriously a lot of things that we have to be doing, but trust me, we're also gonna be having a lot of fun. So let's continue with our journey. So let's make a left right here. Oh, I kind of should have stopped right there since it is an intersection. There was a stop sign. I should probably be a little bit more careful, but I do see another stop sign right here. So let's brake. Oh, I did not manage to brake in time. All right, oops, my bad. All right, so let's continue driving because we are now back in town. Oh yeah, let's go. We need some W's in the chat. So first things first, we're gonna pull into the shop. I should have just gone through the back because I feel like that would have been easier, but that's fine. So let me get this thing turned around and we're gonna quickly back into the customization shop. Let me just quickly open this up. And by the way, do you guys like my new outfit? I've got this beautiful vest, this beautiful over expensive Burberry designer shirt, and my lasso just in case I need to catch some bad guys. Let me know if you guys are liking it, or should I just go back to my normal shirt? But anyways, let's pull in right here. We're gonna get this thing looking like brand new. Wait, it is brand new. We're gonna make it look even better. That's what I mean. All right, so we're gonna make the wheels chrome. So let me increase this. We're gonna make them a little bit wider. All right, now they should be a little bit more chrome. Now for the paint, I really like the paint. Maybe we could do a nice gray. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. I think that looks pretty nice. Or should we go even darker, like a dark dark gray. Okay, now we're cooking, chat. Let's add a little bit of transparency. Now for the suspension. I know this is kind of the boring part. Don't worry, I'm gonna make it fast. We're just gonna increase the height. There we go. Adjust the dampening and add a little bit of camber, not too much. All right, I think that should be good. Yeah, I don't want anything crazy. Now we are gonna put a new engine. We're gonna put this beautiful V8. It's a push rod. You know what? Let's make it turbo diesel. Yes. Let's add more coal and then just max out this engine. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so fast. All right, let's go through the attachments and see if we need any of this stuff, which honestly I don't think we need. Well, I lied. We could add a winch. Yes, perfect. All right, now we are officially done with customizing this truck. So let's carefully pull this thing out. Oh, hold on, I gotta turn it on first. Take a look at this beast. Oh my goodness. Wait, is the suspension in the back a little bit higher than the front, or is it just my eyes? Oh, hold on, I think I need to fix that. Give me 1 second, and boom, look at that. We managed to fix the front and the back suspension. Now it's not looking like it's like squatting or something like that. We don't want ugly looking squatting trucks. So let me hop in and let's quickly run to the first job, which is going to be picking up that gas tanker right here. But in order to pick up that gas tanker, we got to go and pick this trailer right here so we can connect to the fuel tanker. So let me carefully back this thing up and get it connected on the first try, and now we can... Ooh, is that fireworks? Okay, don't get distracted, Hakai. So how should we do this? I think I gotta turn around so we can get this right here connected to the bottom of the tanker right here. So let's quickly turn around this beast. Oh no, this is gonna take a long time. This thing is so heavy, like, yo mama. Okay, I'll be nice. All right, careful. Come on, first try, and oh no, we missed it. All right, hold on, let me readjust myself. Maybe if I readjust myself, that should be better. I don't know. And nope, we missed it again. All right, third time is the charm. Let's go. Let's get this thing connected. And there you go. We are now connected to the fuel tanker, and we can start making our way to the oil fields. Look at this. Yo, this looks absolutely insane, you guys. I'm having so much fun using this brand new truck, and honestly, this thing is one of the best looking trucks in the game, in my opinion. I don't know. I know it might be a little bit controversial, you guys. Don't hate me, but that's what I think. And oh my goodness, there's a stop sign, and we're not gonna be able to stop in time. All right, you know what? Let's just keep going. All right, so the oil fields should be on the right side. I don't see it so far. It might be a little bit more down here, because right here is the old ranch where I used to live, and I don't know if 13-year-old bro still lives here or he ended up moving out. But right up ahead is the brand new content house where me, 13-year-old bros, and Dusty TV are gonna be making videos. So make sure you guys do subscribe, because I don't want you guys to miss out on those videos. All right, so let's make a right. I believe the oil farms should be right down here, so let's stop on this thing. Let's go. I think I see it. Oh my goodness, no way. Wait, how am I supposed to get there? Am I seriously gonna take this road right here? Wait, what does that sign say? I need to see this. Hold on, I need to check this out. It says beware of alligators. Okay, do not panic, you guys. Do not worry, because I have a lasso, so everything is under control. So let's go, and oh, there goes my door. Let's see where it... Okay, so it looks like there's an oil rig right there, and then there's gonna be another one right here. And honestly, I think we just gotta fill this one right here. So let me carefully try to pack this thing up, and it looks like there is another sign that says beware of alligators. Man, I'm not scared of no alligators. The alligators are scared of me. Oh yeah, get it? Okay, never mind. All right, so how do we back this thing up? I'm not sure how you back this thing up. This is so difficult. Hold on, I have an idea. What if we just go off-roading a little bit, and then we just do a huge U-turn right here? I think that is gonna work. All right, so I think this is a really nice spot. All right, let's hop out, and we are gonna try to turn this thing on. I'm not sure how this is gonna really work, so let's go through the back. We're gonna turn on this machine right here. There we go. We're gonna turn that thing on, and even though this thing looks pretty old, do not worry, you guys. This thing still works like brand spanky new. We just gotta connect this to right here, so let me just do that. There we go, and I'm gonna press the button on the other side, and there we go. Boop. And now this should be start fueling up. Oh, this is gonna take forever. I guess I'm just gonna rest until this thing is filled up to the maximum. Oh my goodness, it's filled up. All right, so let me turn off the system. There we go. And now let me just go and jump over this. Big jump. And now we just gotta turn off from that. Let me just close some of the valves, and then we are gonna be turning off kind of like this generator right in the back. So there we go. And now we can get out of here. Let's get this thing turned on, and we are gonna make our way back into town down so we can get this thing delivered and the truckers can start fueling up the gas stations in the city. So let's make a right here. Oh, dude, this was a shortcut right here. I did not know about that. And then let's make a left right onto this road. Alrighty, everyone, we are back into town. I see the gas station right there, and honestly, I don't know where I'm gonna drop this off. I might just like park it right on the side or something. I don't know. So let me put it right here. There we go. Let me just quickly disconnect this trailer. Oh, and there you go. We are now disconnected. Let's quickly make a run to the trailer store so we can disconnect this trailer that we used to connect the fuel tanker. Alright, so let's get this thing disconnected right here, right where we found it. Well, actually, technically, we found it over there, but it works because it's part of the trailer store. Anyways, alright, it looks like it's about 2 p.m. and we are a couple hours away from the sunset. So let's quickly and finish off the last job, which is picking up the hay bales. Thankfully, it's not too far. It should be located at my old ranch. And if you guys remember, this was actually my first ranch I bought in Southern Mudding. Alright, so we are here. We're gonna pull in and I see the trailer filled with hay bales right here. So we're gonna go right around it so we can get this thing connected. And that was a really good drift right there. Did you guys see that? That was a genuine good drift. Alright, so enough glazing myself. I'm gonna get this thing backed up. I'm gonna get it connected to my pickup, and now we can finally deliver this last job. And honestly, you guys, I've been making so much money from these jobs that I might buy a second house. Who knows? Let me know if I should buy a second house. But let's go through this beautiful lake. I think the lake, right? It's connected to that lake, even though it's more of a river. Anyways, let's continue. Ooh, this is my old house. I'm not gonna lie, in the past month I ended up moving like what, 2 or 3 times. I kind of moved a lot. That is so funny. So let's cross this bridge and we should be on the last mile to delivering these hay bales. Look at that, we got a good amount of hay bales on the trailer. So let's make a left. Skirt. Oh no, whoops. And honestly, I'm just gonna take this trail road because it's kind of a shortcut. Look at that, we're literally right here. Let me just turn on my headlights and we are gonna get this trailer disconnected from my pickup. Let me just disconnect this and kick down my tailgate, and boom, look at that. Isn't that the easiest job in the whole wide world? Hold on, I gotta kick up my tailgate. There we go. But it looks like the sun is about to go down and we managed to successfully do these 2 jobs with this beautiful diesel truck. And if you guys also enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe because it does mean a lot to me. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. I can't wait to drink my cold coffee because I am gonna need a lot of energy, because today we are gonna be starting our own and first junk removal business in APM. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I think we should begin. So first things first, I'm gonna go inside my house and then we are gonna go inside my room right here because I'm gonna quickly change so we can get ready for the day. So in 3, 2, and 1. And would you take a look at that? We have our clothes ready to go to work, and I've even got some tools on my belt. Look at that, that looks pretty sick, you guys. So enough of the yap. I think we should, oh whoa, did I leave my doors open? Hello? Oh, okay, I don't think I left it open, but let's get out of here. We have a lot of work to do. Let's go and pull out the truck. So I guess let me open up my garage with my control like that. Ooh, look at that, my trucks are looking really nice today. Honestly, I don't know if we're gonna need a work truck, but I'm still gonna take it since my TRX, this beautiful truck, is super low on gas, so I'm not gonna be taking that. So let's take out the GMC. So let's quickly pull that out and boom, look at that. But before we do get out of here, I am gonna quickly close my garage door because I don't want anyone to be going inside, any of my friends. So let's close that, and then we are gonna make our way towards the implement store because we are gonna be picking up a trash truck that is gonna be able to help us today to pick up all of the things that we have on our job today. We have about 5 jobs to do, so yeah, we have a lot of things planned for today. So let's quickly make our way over there so we can then pick up this truck and then head down to our first job, which is gonna be near the drag strip. Apparently there were some hay bales on the side of the road. I don't know what the heck is going on over there, but but let's quickly pull into the implement store, which is going to be down the road. What the heck? Why is it closed? I'm not sure why the road is closed. We're going to have to pick that up. I think we found our second job. Here it is. This is going to be the trash truck that we are going to be taking today. Take a look at that. I think it looks pretty insane. It's so beefy. But I am going to leave the GMC parked right here. There we go. Oh, yeah, that was actually a perfect job. So today on the clock, we have about 6 hours to do this. It is currently 10 a.m. We have a good amount of time. We have about like around roughly 8 hours. So yeah, we have a good amount of time. But before we do head out, I am going to turn on my amber light bar. There we go. And then I'm going to turn on my arrow board because we are going to have to be pulling on the side of the road pretty frequently. So I want to make sure that people can see the hazard lights. But let's make our way to the drag strip because I told you guys that someone ended up leaving like a stack of hay bales for some reason on the side of the road, and we're gonna go and pick that up first, and then we are gonna go and pick up those cones that someone ended up putting down. I don't know why they closed the road. There's literally no reason why they should be closing the road, but we'll get that road back open once we get back from this quick job. So let's see, I think it's gonna be, oh yeah, the drag strip should be right here, and look at that, we have the hay bales on the side of the road. What the heck, dude? Why would anyone leave hay bales on the side of the road? That is so weird. But let's pull up right here, and then we are gonna lower the bed because we're gonna start loading up the hay bales right on top of the bed. I guess let's pick up all of these. Oh my goodness, dude, why would anyone do this? I guess someone got lazy. Actually, you know what, maybe it fell out of someone's truck. Maybe that happened. There we go. All right, so we need about like 2 more, and we should be pretty much done with this job. So let me place this one right here. There we go. And oh, actually, you know what, I can just pick 2 of these up at the same time. Dude, I can't believe this is our first job and we already have like a quarter of this bed filled up. But let's get back in here. There we go. And we are gonna drop the bed. Dude, I love this feature. This truck is so expensive. Even though I'm renting it out, who knows, maybe I might buy it in the future. Who knows, you guys. But let's get out of here. We are now heading back to the main city so we can grab those cones that someone for some reason ended up leaving and closing the road. That is so ridiculous. That's I have never seen that in my life. But let's pull in, and the road that is closed should be right around here. Oh, here it is. I see it. All right, so here is where we are gonna have to pull up and pick up all of these cones that for some reason someone left. Like, if someone can explain it to me and help me understand why someone would do this, I would appreciate that. But let's quickly drop the bed. There we go. We're dropping the bed so we can put all of these cones right there. So I guess let's start off with these first. There we go. Let's do half of these because I can't carry that many since my pockets aren't that big. By the way, don't ask how big my pockets are. Alright, so let's place these cones right here. Dude, oh my goodness, we are gonna have so much trash. This is not even funny. I should probably not put the cones right there. That is gonna fall. Let me actually place it right here at the bottom. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks way better. And then we'll put the small cones like right here. We'll put them at the top. There we go. Boom, look at that. Alright, so I guess we gotta pick up these last final cones, and then we should be done with this job. Hopefully I make a lot of money. If I don't make a lot of money, then I am probably not gonna do this ever again because it's probably just gonna be a waste of time. So let's pick up all of those cones and finally finish putting them on the back of the bed. There we go. We're almost done. Yes. All right, we're done with the tiny cones. All we gotta do is put the big cones back. So I guess let me finish putting them on the side. I think that was working pretty nice, and this one should be the last one. Oh no, we have one more. Oh, there you go. All right, so we're finished cleaning up the road. Look at that, it is so clean. Now it got me wondering, what if like someone left their trash at the campground? I wouldn't be surprised, but I guess let's pull up the bed, and then we are gonna make our way over here and check the campground and see if anyone left their trash, because at this point I wouldn't be surprised if someone left it, even though I feel like this is the job of a park ranger. But that's fine, we work for the city, so I guess it's technically part of the city. So let's pull in. We don't have to pay the toll since we are a worker. And oh yep, I knew it. I told you guys that someone would have left all of their stuff behind. Oh dude, come on. All right, you guys know the drill. Let's raise up the bed. There we go. And then we gotta pick up all of this stuff. Yo, why would anyone leave all this stuff? I'm pretty sure this is expensive. But let's start off with the chair. The chair is gonna go right here. I wish I could fold this. It would have been better, but that's fine. Oh my goodness, can this even fit in the back of my bed? I mean, we're gonna have to squeeze it in. Oh dude, it barely fits in there. No way. And then let's remove the tower light. Now this is probably gonna go on top of the hay bale since it's pretty heavy and it's pretty sturdy, so I know that it's not gonna move. And the campfire, I'm just gonna put the wood right here on the side. It's not trash. trash. It's gonna go back to nature. Go back to nature. Let's grab the American flag, and then we are gonna grab a tent. Oh, there you go. Dude, this is not gonna fit in here. Oh my goodness. There is no way. Oh, there you go. All right, so let me quickly drop the bed down. Let's see how this is looking like. I'm also gonna have to put the flag right here, or I don't know. I mean, you know what? I could just leave it here. It could be a really nice decoration. Oh yeah, that looks actually nice. You know what? That is gonna stay. Dude, we are filling up really bad. Look at that. We're pretty much halfway filled up. We still have a small section where we could put some more junk, which hopefully we don't have any more junk, and this is pretty much it. But I believe someone ended up leaving some trash in the back of the APM store. We're gonna go and check right now. It might have been a homeless guy, you guys, so we're gonna go and check right now if they ended up leaving any trash behind. Okay, so this is the church, and then the APM store is gonna be right here. So let's quickly pull in. On accident I turned off my engine. There you go. And then we are gonna check right here in the back. So let's quickly reverse, and we are gonna park right here. So let's go in the back and see if there's any trash. Oh my goodness, I literally walked past by it. So let's pick up this sleeping bag. Dude, this guy had a nice quiet setup. So a lantern, some marshmallows, which looks like he was eating pretty good, and lastly it looks like there's a shovel for some reason. Hopefully he didn't use this for anything bad, but let's quickly dump all of this in the back of the bed right here. I'm not gonna drop it anymore since I don't want any of these things to fall. So let me put the shovel right here in the back. There we go. We're gonna put a nice lantern right there, a sleeping bag. Honestly, the sleeping bag is gonna go right here in the back for sure. And then we have some marshmallow, which I guess we can just throw in the back as well. So let's quickly do that. There we go. All right, let me just double check and make sure I didn't miss anything, which it looks like the entire back of the store is clean, and it looks like I'm doing my job very good. But if we take a look at the time, it is 3 p.m., which means we are in the last 3 hours of our time. So we gotta hurry up and finish this last job, which is literally down the road. It's right there where the house is. I think someone ended up leaving some tools that they don't want anymore, and we're gonna go and pick them up and put them in the back of our bed. So let's quickly pull over to their house right here. So let me carefully slow down, and I don't see anything so far, you guys. Yeah, I don't see anything. What the heck? Oh, wait a minute. Is that it right there? No, wait. Dude, these things are so small. I almost did not see them. So let's quickly park up our truck right here on the side. There we go. And then we're gonna pick up all of these tools right here. It looks like they have a tow strap that they don't use anymore. So let me quickly hop back here. There we go. We're gonna put it right, I guess we'll put it right there. Awesome. And then we'll grab, let's see what else. We'll grab this leaf blower, which I think it works. Wait a minute. Yo, this thing works. Look at that. No way. Wait, does this work as well? The grass cutter? Hold on. No way. Yo, these things are like brand new. I might have to keep it, you guys. Look at that. I did not know for sure. I thought it was broken, but I guess let's put them here in the back. Who knows? We might sell it. So let's put the leaf blower right here. There we go. And then we'll put the grass cutter right in the back as well. We're gonna put it right underneath the bench. Nice. Look at that. Dude, this thing is fully loaded with junk. Well, kind of. I think the only thing we have to do now is head over to the garbage area where we can dispose all of this and drop it up, because I'm not gonna keep this since all of it is pretty much junk. But before we do head over there, let me quickly grab some gas. I'm pretty low on gas since this is the first time I've used this truck. So I guess let's quickly put some gas right here. All right, there we go. So let's quickly fill up some diesel, because this is the only thing that this truck takes is some good old diesel. And we are gonna run to the gas station and grab a quick drink. So I guess let me quickly grab oh yes, you could never go wrong with a nice Coca-Cola, or in this case a Bloxy Cola. And oh my goodness, what happened to my head? Oh, there you go. All right, so the drink is on me, my friend. What? I have to pay you? It's my birthday. So now let me hop in, and we are gonna make our way to the trash area, disposal area, which is not too far. Thankfully, we don't have to drive across the city. So let me make sure the road is clear. Let's make a left turn, and then we are gonna pull into this dirt road here again. So let's quickly do that, and here we are. This is pretty much where you come and dump all your trash. There doesn't seem to be a lot of mess today, but that is about to change. So let me quickly park the truck right here. We're gonna lower it, and we are pretty much gonna unload everything from the bed. So we have quite the work to do. Let's start off with the tent. Let's put the tent right there. Let me grab the picnic table. Oh, this is so heavy, you guys. And then we have a couple of more items that we gotta pick up. Dude, there is so much. We're not even halfway finished, you guys. By the way, if you guys do want any of this stuff, feel free to come to the trash disposal area. It's gonna be right under here, and then you can pretty much grab all the things that people don't want. I don't want as well. So let me jump back in. Let's grab. Oh no, that's so disgusting. I just slept on that. Let me grab the. Oh my goodness, there is so much stuff, dude. There's also a lot of hay bales that we have to unload from the truck, but I think we might be halfway done now. Let me just finish putting this right here. Yeah, look at that. We just need the cones and the hay bales, and we should be pretty much done with this job, and we'll be able to return the truck and pick up our beautiful GMC Ultimate Denali from the implement store. So let me quickly grab all of these cones. Let me grab the last 3 big cones from the bed, and that is gonna be it for the cones. Now let me just quickly line them up against the wall right here. Jeez Louise. Let's finish up by putting the baby cones. Wait, I forgot. We still have like 3 more hay bales. Whoops. So let's put the last 3 hay bales right here. Let's quickly stack them like that, and I think that is gonna be it for. Oh no, we have a shovel. Let's grab the shovel and let's place it right on the floor. All right, I think we are now officially done with unloading the truck. Look at that. It is pretty empty in here. Let me just quickly drop it. There we go. And then we are gonna make our way to the implement store so we can start leaving this truck and then pick up our truck. Pick up our truck? Get it? Okay, never mind. Alright, everyone, we have arrived at the implement store. I'm gonna get this thing parked where I found it, and before I leave it parked up, I am gonna turn off the light bar and the arrow board. So I think that should be on. Oh, oops, my arrow board is still on. So let me actually turn that off. Nice. All right, there you go. We got that thing delivered, and we should now be able to pick up our truck. So let me hop in. Let me get this bad boy started. Now be able to clock out and start making our way back to our beautiful farmhouse. So I guess I'll catch you guys over there. All right, everyone. We have now arrived back to our beautiful farmhouse. So let's quickly park up our truck right here. There we. Oh no, I almost crashed. There we go. And we are done with the day. We managed to do it just in time, literally on the clock, and finish our first day of our junk removal business. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. It means the whole world to me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video, and today we are going to be starting. Oh my goodness, the sun is so bright. We are going to be starting a brand new business. Well, kind of, because this brand new business is going to be all about helping big companies. And you may ask, how? How are we going to help companies with this new job? Well, pretty much since it's been snowing pretty hard, we're going to be driving the trucks, and we're going to be spreading and coating the driveways and parking lots of these companies with salt, because this helps with getting traction with your tires, and this can also prevent accidents. So enough of the yap. Let's actually hop in the truck, and if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So I'm gonna hop in the truck right now. We're gonna turn this thing on. There we go. Our first stop is going to be the brand new area that they just added in APM. This is actually where the business is going to be. They have all the trucks ready for us. I think, I hope so. If not, then that is fine. We're gonna have to fill up all the trucks with salt, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm pretty sure it is pretty easy. You just grab one of those what is it called, excavator looking things, and you just fill up the back of the truck with salt. I believe it should be actually, you know what, I think, oh, it's right there. I just missed it. Oh my goodness. So let me quickly do a U-turn right here, make sure no one is coming, just like so, and then let me turn on my blinkers and make a left turn right here. And as you guys can see, let's enter the plaza. Oh, they added a nice little fence, and as you guys can see, we are here at the new area. They have a bunch of the salt right on this little hill, and the brand new attachment that they added in APM. As you guys can see, these are the salt things that we're going to be using to spread and coat kind of the asphalt, which is probably going to be one of the easiest jobs. So let me hop in this truck. I'm going to take this one. This one's pretty nice. Let me turn this thing on, and let me get closer. I'm going to park the truck right here. I'm going to turn on my lights because it is pretty dark in here. So I'm going to, oh, actually, let me turn this thing off. Put this in park. All right, so let's see. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see how much salt you have in your spreader, you can actually just check right here. And as you guys can see, we only have 200 pounds of salt. So yeah, let's see how much we can fill this thing up. So let me jump into the construction equipment, turn this thing on, and let's start. Let me raise the arms a little bit and tilt them a little bit down, and let's start grabbing some of this salt. This is super easy. I'm not sure how much I have in here. Oh, actually, it says right here 1.6 thousand pounds. Oh my goodness. Let me raise the arms, let me tilt this up, and let me load up the spreader. So let me raise the arms. Hold on, let me also turn on the lights. And then let me tilt this back down so we can get all the salts in here. Come on, keep going. We're gonna tilt this a little bit more back down. And alright, nice. Let me keep on grabbing some more of this. Hold on, I think I need to raise the arms. I'm gonna try to get at least 1,000 pounds of salt. Come on. Alright, it looks like we have 1,300 pounds of salt. So I think we are now ready to dump this into the back of the spreader. Alright, time to tilt this down. Let's get this in the back of the truck. I think we are now finished. So I'm gonna leave the tractor or whatever this thing is called parked right here. And look at that. It looks like the back of our spreader is almost or at least completely full. We have at least 3,000 pounds. Oh my goodness, that is a lot. So the first business that we are going to head to is the gas station. So I think where's the gas station? I think the gas station is going to be on the left side. So let me turn on my blinkers just like so. And something that I noticed is that this truck feels so much more heavier. Like if I move this side to side, it definitely has so much more weight compared to if it didn't have anything inside the spreader right here. So let me pull into the gas station, and honestly, where should we start? I think we should start right here in the back. So let me turn on my beacons, my arrow board just like so, and let's also turn on the salt bed spreader. So let me turn this thing on, and look at that, we're starting to coat the floor. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Look at that. Wait, how fast can I go in this thing? All right, let me see if I am doing anything, and look at that. Alrighty, everything looks good so far. So let me turn this thing back on, and let's continue on spreading the salt. This looks super satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. And I think I'm gonna do a quick time lapse of me just spreading out this salt across the entire gas station. So let's play the time lapse in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty everyone, it looks like we just spreaded the salt across the entire gas station, so which means we can head over to the second location, which is going to be right here, as you guys can see. So let's start making our way over there. I'm gonna turn off my beacons and my arrow board. There we go. So far so easy. I won't lie, this is probably by far the easiest job I have ever done. But as you guys can see, we have another gas station right here. It kind of looks blurry, but that's probably part of the brand new lighting update, because the lighting update pretty much changed a lot of the things that the light physics in this game. But anyways, we are here at the second spot, so let me hop back in the truck. We're gonna turn the spreader back on, and I think I'm gonna run out of salt because we are down to our last 1,000 pounds of salt. So let me get this thing turned back on, and let's start spreading the salt. Oh wait, I just noticed that I actually should have my arrow board at both. I think I just had it on the left side. Oops. But it looks like our salt spreader is going down very low. I think that we're gonna be able to finish spreading the salt on this location, and then we're gonna have to go back and refill just so we can finish up our last location. So let me spread it right between here, and then let me finish up on this corner right here. There we go. Look at that. Awesome. I think we are now finished. Let me turn off my spreader off, and let's quickly head back over to refill our spreader. Oops. Oh no. Alrighty, we are now back, and I just realized I did not turn off my arrow board. There we go. And my beacons. Oh my goodness, I am so clumsy today. Let me turn on my lights, and then let me turn off the engine. There we go. I'm gonna quickly get into this thing, and I'm gonna refill this thing. Alrighty everyone, we got this thing filled up with at least 1,000 pounds of salt. So let me raise the arms a little bit and tilt this down so we can dump all of this into the spreader just like so. Look at that. Alright, and I'm gonna quickly fill this up one more time. There we go. We got this thing filled up to 1,000 pounds. So I'm gonna raise this again. You guys know the drill. I'm gonna raise it and then tilt it back down so we can dump all of this into the spreader. There we go. I think that is going to be enough for today's job. So I'm gonna put it right here, turn this thing off, and let's make our way over to the last location. I think it is our last location. If not, that is not gonna be good, because that just means we're just gonna have to have more work. But let me check the map, and it looks like our last location is actually going to be the police station. So let's actually make our way over there. Let me actually see what time is it. Okay, so it looks like we have about 1 hour until I have to clock out, which means that we have to hurry up and make sure we finish this job before the sun sets. So let me make a left turn on this intersection right here. The road is clear, and as you guys can see, the police station is right here. So let me pull into their driveway, and let me, yeah, you know what, let me actually start from this side. So let me turn on the beacon and then my arrow board, and then let's turn the spreader on just like so. There you go. ground. So the next time it does start snowing, all of these businesses are gonna have a really good time driving on their property because they're gonna be fully covered with salt. Because remember, that gives you more traction on the asphalt. We're almost finished. We're gonna get this side of the parking lot. So let me quickly do a U-turn. There we go. And let me finish up the parking lot on this side right here. So let's do this. And there we go. Look at that. That was perfect. Oh my goodness. That was actually easier than I thought. And honestly, I think we have enough time to do one more quickly. So let's actually head over to the firefighter station because their property is pretty small. We probably have enough to cover it. So let's start making our way over there. Oops, I almost went through the stop sign. All right, the road is clear. And then the firefighter station should be right down here, I think. Oh, there it is. I see. Do you guys see it? It is right there. So let me turn on the spreader and let's get this thing covered in salt and protected. Look at that. What a nice layer of coating. All right, and let me get the front of the firefighter station. There we go. And I think we can do one more pass right here. So let me go through this nice and easy. Look at that. That is super easy. Oh my goodness. This is such an easy job. And would you look at that? We are now completely empty. As you guys can see, 0 pounds of salt. And I think we did an amazing job. Let me just turn all of this off because we're not using it anymore. So let's start making our way back to the job so we can leave the work truck and pick up our truck. Because obviously I cannot be taking this truck. Although it looks pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is a Chevy. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments if this truck is a Chevy. But I think it looks like a Chevy. The front kind of reminds me of a Suburban. One of the main reasons why I think it's a Chevy. But let me turn right here on this dirt road and let me turn another left. And look at that. We are now back. I'm gonna get this thing parked right next to this other work truck. I just gotta carefully back up and make sure I don't hit the truck. And look at that. Dude, I am the goat. Let me turn this thing off and look at that. 10 out of 10. Woo, I'm kind of tired. So let me hop back in my truck and let's start driving back home. Oh, there we go. For a second, I thought my car completely turned off. And then let's enter the driveway of my home. Home sweet home. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to go and rest. I spent all day working. Let me just get this thing parked on the driveway, just like so. And look at that, the sun is starting to go down. We did a full day of work. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video. And today there's been a massive update where they ended up revamping a trailer and they added, I think, a new truck. I'm not sure, or it could just be a revamp as well. But we're gonna be checking that out today because we're gonna be delivering some farm equipment. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get on our way. So I think we should take mini well, I'm gonna catch my toes. All right, so we're gonna be taking the TRX because we're gonna go and pick up the brand new truck. I don't know where the new truck, I think it might be at the mechanic shop. If not, then we're gonna go and check at the dealership that there is in APM. But I am so excited because we're gonna be putting these two things, the new truck and the new trailer, to test by taking some farm equipment and transporting it to a different farm. But we have a stop sign right here. Let me turn on my blinkers and let's make a left turn right here, just like so. And we have the city right here, and before I do pass the city, let me actually make a right turn into here. Alrighty, I almost ended up missing my turn right there, but we have the mechanic shop right around here. So let's pull in and let's look for the new truck. I don't see it so far. You know what, I think it might be on the other side. Hold on, let me check this out. I think it's gonna be oh yep, look. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at the color on this thing. It's so beautiful. It's majestic. It's got this really nice red velvet color going on. Oh my goodness, yo, this thing looks phenomenal. All right, let me get this thing parked up. I'm gonna leave my TRX right there for today, and we're gonna be taking this beautiful truck and we're gonna be testing this bad boy out. So let me hop in and oh my goodness, this thing sounds so good. Look at the interior. Yo, that is crazy. We got the red guts in the Ford. Yo, this is sick. I really love this truck. I really love like these style of trucks. It's got this like nice square bonnet. But let's pull over to the trailer store, or you know what, I think it might be right here. Oh, it is right here. So the new, or at least revamped trailer is going to be right here. Let me turn this bad boy around and let's get it connected just like so, and boom, first try. All right, we're gonna start making our way to the farm so we can get this farm equipment delivered to the other property, and we're gonna try to do this as fast as possible because I was checking my weather app and it seems to be that it's gonna start raining raining around 5 p.m. and it's already what, 11 a.m. So yeah, we don't have that many hours, so we're gonna step on it and we're gonna go as fast as possible. But look at the mirrors on this thing. The mirrors look so good. All right, let me make sure my trailer is still connected. Look at this. It's got this really kind of like triangular look to it. It looks really sick. Well, let's pull in right here onto this dirt road, and this truck is so new that even the bed of the truck is shining. Look at that. Yo, I can probably see my reflection on how brand new and shiny this thing is. But yeah, I think this is going to be the revamp of a trailer. We got to connect it in the back, but I can definitely see how it looks different than it used to. But oh, wait a minute, I think we can go through this road. Yeah, this is kind of like a little shortcut. Let me go on this road just like so, and let's see. Oh, I see the farm equipment. It's gonna be right here. Look at this. We got a nice, what is that, John Deere tractor, and that thingy, I don't know what that thing is called, but I'm gonna park this thing right around here. And oh my goodness, it's so dark under these trees. But let me turn on my emergency lights. Let me see, did I turn them on? Okay, so I did turn them on. All right, look at this. So this is gonna be the revamp of the trailer. Ooh, it looks super nice. Yeah, they added like this piece right there. Okay, and then they added this. All right, cool. So let me get this thing lowered, controls, and we're gonna lower this bad boy. Look at that. That is freaking sick. Oh my goodness, it looks so nice. All right, so let me get inside the tractor right here, just like so, and let me turn it on. I'm gonna turn on the lights because it's kind of dark in here. Yeah, let me turn on the emergency lights because we're gonna get this thing connected to this piece of farming equipment right here. And I almost ended up colliding with this thing. I'm kind of like confused on how to work this machine. I typically don't use farming equipment, so apologize if I'm not doing this properly, but we got that thing connected. Let's see, how do we do this? All right, I'm gonna have to flip over because I'm not gonna have enough space to turn right there. So let's flip over right around here, just like so. And this thing is so loud. I should have worn some like headphones or something. But let me get this thing loaded up on the brand new trailer, just like so. Come on, you can do it. A little bit more, and bang. All right, I just put it in park, and I think that is going to do it. I'm gonna leave the emergency lights on just in case. But look at that, this thing is nice and loaded. All right, I think we are now ready to go. And oh my goodness, are those new straps? Look at the new straps. Yo, these straps look sick. They're kind of upside down, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if they're meant to do that, but they are upside down, but they look really solid. So let me open up the functions, and we're gonna open up the dovetail just like so. Look at that. Awesome, it's working so good. All right, we can now make our way to the second property where we can now deliver this, and I think they're gonna pay us for this job. I don't think they're gonna pay us that much, since honestly it's not too much of a heavy load. I mean, it is, but it's nothing too crazy like pulling a massive tractor. But I'm gonna turn right around here because we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna go back the way we came from. Let me make sure everything is still connected. All right, we're pretty solid, and let's make our turn right here. Oh, that was a super tight turn right there, but we can now make our way out of here. I think we can make a left turn on this dirt road. This might be a shortcut if we go through this direction. So let's make our way to the second farm. I'm really excited to be putting this to use. So far this update has been pretty solid. Let me know what you guys think of it about it so far. Is this a W or an L? Let me know in the comments. But I'm thinking about taking this truck to the shop and probably customizing it. I'm probably gonna add some lights and maybe even a winch. But there we go, we made that turn right there. I'm not really paying attention, I'm just yapping away. Well, we're kind of struggling going uphill. Oh my goodness, we kind of struggled right there. Hopefully the last hill we go up, because this thing does not have too much power. All right, so let's make a right turn right there. Oh my goodness, I was kind of speeding too much. Oh my goodness, I was speeding way too much, which is why I almost lost control. That was really bad. All right, let me get back in my lane because I'm driving like a crazy man. But we have the farm right up here. I'm super excited to get this thing unloaded and delivered to the rightful owner. So let's see, let me carefully slow down and let's pull into their driveway. So I don't know where they want this delivered. I'm gonna look for a little spot where I should deliver it. Let's see, where should I deliver it? Ooh, we should deliver this right here. Awesome. All right, let's do that. That's actually a good idea. I'm so smart. All right, so let me turn this bad boy around, or you know what, I think I can just park right to the side and get this thing unloaded and dropped off into this kind of like little barn garage thing. I don't know what you call them, but I'm gonna park this bad boy right here, and we're gonna Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. All right, so let me open up the functions and we're gonna lower the dovetail. So we're gonna do that just like so, and we're gonna have to drop this thing off in 2 parts. First, this piece of machine must go right in the middle, and then we're gonna park the tractor right up front. So let's get started. Let me hop in the tractor, slowly unload this bad boy. All right, come on, just like so. And whoa, that way too fast, cowboy, way too fast. All right, so let me carefully do this. I think I should do this in first person. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a cheat code right here. If you do this in first person, it is so much easier. All right, so I'm gonna park it right to the end of here, get this thing disconnected. So disconnect this piece of machine, and then let me hop back in and let me get it connected. Oh, not connected. Let me park it right next to it. Careful, make sure I don't hit these wooden posts, because if I do, this thing is gonna collapse. So I'm gonna make sure I'm careful, and I think that is going to be perfect. So I'm gonna turn off everything, park it, and look at that. Not bad, not bad. I think that was a solid job, and honestly, this truck has been performing super good. Look at this. Not only did it manage to pull this huge trailer, but we managed to deliver all of this. Look at this. All right, so let me get the dovetail of the trailer lifted. So let me raise this. Okay, so it's what is wrong with me? All right, so let me get back in the truck just like so. Let me start this bad boy, and we can now make our way back to the implement store, so we can drop off this trailer, and then we're gonna go and upgrade this bad machine or truck. I think this is a Ford. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if this is a Ford or not. I kind of get my trucks confused because some of them do kind of look very similar. But let's pull into this road right here, just like so. And we have the gas station right here. Thankfully, I do not need gas right now. And the implement store should be right here. So let's pull in, turn this thing around, and get it dropped off, because honestly, we are done testing this trailer for today. So let me carefully back up. I'm gonna, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit crooked, but I'm not getting paid for this. So let's get out of here. I wonder what kind of attachments we could add to this truck. I'm thinking about something maybe off-road related. I don't know, but let's pull right into here. Let me open up the garage door and let me go into this just like so. All right, let me accept, and let's see. All right, I think we should start with the engine. Let's add 25% extra power, and let's add a supercharger. Yes. The paint, I'm not gonna touch it because this paint is immaculate, so it's really good. Suspension, ooh, look at the suspension. Look at that. That is so tall. I'm not sure. I don't think it looks good tall. I'm gonna keep it stock. So we're gonna go with this normal look. And attachments, ooh, we have to add cabin lights, mandatory. And I think that is going to be it. Ooh, we could add a toolbox. Yeah, that looks pretty sick. Yeah, I think that is going. Ooh, roll bar. Oh no, that does not look good. That is going to be it for the modifications. So let's make our way out and let's test this bad boy. All right, look at this. This is sick. Look at that. Look at the lights. Ooh, it looks so good. Look at this. Yeah, this is solid. This is a really solid truck. I love this truck. Not bad, not bad. Does this thing have like the fog lights? I don't think it does. Yeah, this thing does not have fog lights. But anyways, let's take this back home. So I'll meet you guys back at my place. By the way, you guys, I do have a Discord, and if you guys do want to join it, then I'm gonna have a link in my YouTube bio so you guys can join. But we are now back home sweet home. Oh my goodness, how much did I miss home? And oh my goodness, I forgot to bring my TRX. Whatever, I'll bring it tomorrow. I'm gonna have fun with this truck for today. Right now the sun is about to go down. It's about 6 p.m. 8 p.m. Get it? 6 p.m. Okay, never mind. But we got that truck loaded up, and look at this. We got our brand new work truck right here. It's still fairly new, by the way. And we got the revamp of this truck. Look at this beauty. But that is going to be for today's update video. Let me know what you guys think of it. Is it W or an L? And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be delivering cows. Yep, we're gonna be delivering cows today. This is gonna be my first time ever delivering any sort of animals besides my siblings, but we're gonna be taking I'm not sure. I think we're gonna be taking the TRX. We've got quite the trucks today, but if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So we're gonna hop in the TRX like I said, and let me turn on this bad boy because we're gonna get out of here. But before we do leave, let me just close my garage door. So let me close this one. There we go. And then let me close this one as well. Nice. And by the way, I ended up reviewing this truck and putting it to the test because we did deliver farming equipment in my last video. So if you guys are curious, it should be linked at the end of the video. But enough of the yap. Let's make our way to the trailer store because we gotta go pick up a semi and then pick up the trailer where we're gonna have to put all the freaking cows inside of it. So we don't have too much time. It is, what time is it? Oh my goodness, it's already 9 a.m. And the crazy part part is that I woke up at 7 a.m. So it's already been 2 hours, so the sun is going pretty fast. So let's make our way to the trailer store so we can get the semi. So that is going to be the first task for today, but let's make a left turn right here, just like so, and then we're gonna make a right turn on this little road right here. I'm not a fan of this road. It's super hard to turn right here. Anyways, this is not much trouble for the TRX because this thing is a complete beast. Oh yeah, you guys didn't see that. This thing is a complete beast, but we're gonna go through the back of the car wash, get a free car wash. Ooh, and then the semi should be right here. Oh my goodness, this semi looks really nice. All right, hold on, let me actually park my truck right around here. I'm gonna park it right up front. So let me do this. We're gonna throw this thing into park just like so and turn off the engine. All right, nice. So we got the thing parked out. Look at this. Dude, this is looking so nice, you guys. And we're gonna go and hop into the semi. Yo, this thing really has a phenomenal decal. Wait a minute, does this have a bed? Oh my goodness, this thing has a bed. Yo, this is freaking sick. Wait, is there lights I can turn on? Let me see. I want to see if there's lights. Enter, and then let's see, cabin lights on. See if they turned on. Oh my goodness, they actually turned on. Yo, that is sick. Oh my goodness, I keep sitting down. All right, let me turn on this bad boy. Let me turn on the beacons and turn the cabin lights right back off because we're not gonna need them right now. So let's get out of here. We're gonna make our way to the gas station, which is gonna be located all the way right here because this is where the trailer is going to be located. And then we're gonna make our way so we can pick up the cows. The first farm is gonna be located right down there. We're gonna pick them up over there and then transport them to a farm, I think located right down here. So it's not too much of a far distance, but that does not mean we should be taking our time because the sun, look at that, it's already 10 a.m. Yo, the sun is going up so fast. And by the way, you guys, I do have a Discord server, so if you guys want to join, make sure you guys click the link in my YouTube bio. But anyways, we are here at the gas station. Let's see where the trailer is going to be. Let me carefully pull into here as I put my blinkers, and oh, I almost crashed into that thing. And oh my goodness, you guys, we have the trailer right here. So let me get this thing quickly connected so we can make our way to the first farm and start picking up these cows. So let me see, is this thing connected? All right, nice. Kind of want to move this a little bit forward. Nice. And now we can start making our way to the farm. I hope you guys are excited to see these cows. I'm not sure how many we're gonna be able to fit into this huge trailer because this thing is fairly big, but keep in mind cows are pretty big as well. But let's make a turn right here. I kind of had to go around that whole thing, but now we can start pulling out of here. So this is gonna be a big turn. Do not hit the stop sign. All right, nice. We did not hit the stop sign. All right, let's go back into our lane before any cars come and we end up colliding with them, which is not gonna be a good thing. But I think, oh, never mind. I was gonna try to make a right turn onto that dirt road, but this thing was not gonna be able to stop in time. So we're gonna have to catch our next turn, which should be right here. It should be like a little dirt road as well. Oh, wait a minute. I see it. It's right here. This one. Oh, brake. Oh my goodness. I almost missed it. All right, let me turn on my blinkers and let's carefully turn onto the dirt road. Just like so. Careful. And okay, nice. That was actually a nice and solid turn because it was a really small turn that I had to make, but we managed to do that. And now the farm should be right up ahead. We got to keep our eyes peeled, make sure we do not miss it. Where is the farm? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I almost ended up missing it. All right, so let me open up my map just to make sure this is the correct farm. And yeah, this is going to be the correct farm. So let's start pulling into the dirt road and look at that, where we see our first cow. And wow, there is a lot of cows over here. That is pretty crazy. Oh, look at this cow. Is he drinking water? What is he drinking? Wait, do cows drink milk? Anyways, all right, so I guess we're gonna be pulling into this right here, this little gate. So let me open this up, 1 and 2. All right, and we're gonna back into that so we can get all of those cows loaded up on the back of our gigantic trailer. So let me quickly hop back in and let me turn this thing around so we can slowly and carefully back into the entrance of the pen. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. All right, so I think we are now straightened enough, so which means we can start turning. And oh, that's too much of a turn. All right, let me try this again. Did not go how I expected it to go. And no, we almost got it. We're so close. Third time should be the charm. And look at that, we got it. Yeah, we are pretty much in. I think I'm gonna park it right here, honestly. Yeah, let me park this thing right here. I'm not sure if I turned off the engine. I think I did, but I don't want the cows to escape right here, so we're gonna close this right here, just like so. And okay, so I don't think the cow's gonna be able to fit through. Do I fit through? Oh yeah, I do. All right, let me go back. Let's open up the doors, and this is where all the cows are gonna go in here. So let me get them all loaded up. This is gonna probably take forever. Wait a minute, are these cows? I don't think these are cows. These gotta be bulls. I think they are bulls because they have horns. Or do cows have horns? I'm not sure, bro. Let's quickly load them up. So with a little transition, we're gonna have our trailer fully loaded up with cows in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, everyone, we should have our trailer fully loaded with cows, and oh my goodness, you guys, look at all of this. There is a lot of cows. Excuse me, look at this. Oh my goodness, this thing is gonna be so heavy. I wonder if my semi is gonna have enough power. And apparently there's another level down here. Oh dude, there is so many levels. Holy moly guacamole. This is gonna be a good amount of cows being delivered. So let me close up the door. I want to make sure they do not escape. Let's close up the fence just like so, and boop. Once we do get out of here, that should fully close. So I'm gonna hop back in the semi, and I don't know if I can make it up here since we have a lot of cows loaded up on the back of the trailer. Hopefully this is going to be enough to get up here. My semi is kind of not doing the best right now, and awesome, look at that, we managed to go uphill. Dude, this semi is a complete beast. I wonder what kind of engine this thing has, because not only did I manage to go uphill, but we got a trailer loaded up in the back filled with cows. But I think we're gonna go straight and make a right turn on the dirt road up ahead. Obviously not this one, because I think this is someone's property. This actually used to be my old house. We gotta make a turn right here just like so, and let me actually check the time because I don't know what time it is, and it's about to be 12 p.m. Oh my goodness, you guys, we have about 2 hours to finish this job. I think we should be able to finish actually within like the next hour. So we're gonna try to continue to do this pretty fast, but we have a stop sign right here. We're gonna make a right turn just like so, and we're gonna try not to hit the stop sign again because I do not want the city to sue me or fine me, so that is not gonna be good. But once we cross this bridge right here, we should see the property right up ahead. So this is gonna be the property we're gonna be delivering all the cows to. So I hope the farmer is here so he can see his new delivery. So let's pull into his driveway just like so, and I actually don't know where is the cows? Where do I load them? Oh, right here? Oh my goodness. Alright, so this is where we're gonna be delivering all the cows to. It looks like he already has a good amount of cows, but I guess he wants some more. So let's open up the fence, and oh my goodness, you guys, look at this. I'm gonna have to turn that around and back into that little gate right here. This is gonna be quite a job. So if you guys are still watching, make sure to like and subscribe because this is gonna be some heavy work that I'm gonna do for you guys. So let me hop in right here and let's get this bad boy turned around. I'm gonna try to turn around right here. Oh no, I think I'm gonna have to go all the way around. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to go all the way around. I'm gonna turn right here, and then we're gonna turn right here, and then we're gonna be able to finally start backing up. So I think that should be good. And now let's start slowly backing this semi. I think I have to turn on my emergency lights on. Okay, we're doing well, and boom, look at that. We actually did it on the first try, you guys. What did I say, you guys? I am the GOAT. I am the best. But let's open up the door right here like so, and we're gonna get all of these cows from the trailer loaded up with I guess their family, right, Mr. Cow? Mo. What is wrong with me? All right, so let's get all of these cows out of here. So come on, cows, get out of here. Oh my goodness, that scared me. I was like a spider, but it's part of the tree. But let's get out of here, and boom, we have all the cows loaded up next to their family. All right, so I hope you guys have a good summer. You guys are gonna cook well. Anyways, let's me close this just like so, and let's start making our way out of here. So I'm gonna pull this thing out of here. Oh my goodness, look at my wheels. That does not look safe. So I'm gonna pull this a little bit forward because I gotta close the gate. Gotta make sure these cows do not go anywhere. So let me go back. Let me close the fence. All right, let's start making our way back to the gas station so we can get this trailer delivered back where we got it from. So let's get out of here. I'm gonna make a left turn onto this road, and thankfully the gas station is not too far. It is right up here. Let me pull into the gas station, and then we're gonna get this thing parked right where we found it. And let me also turn off my beacons just like so. All right, I think that should be good right there. Let me park this thing, disconnect it just like so. And wait, where did I get the semi? Oh, we got it at the trailer store. All right, so let's make our way to the trailer store so we could get the semi dropped off and we can pick up our TRX, because in last video I ended up leaving my TRX at the mechanic shop. So that was kind of a headache. So let's go and get it right now. Alrighty, everyone, we have the store right here. I'm gonna go and pick up my TRX. So I'm gonna leave this thing. Where should I park this thing? I think I'm gonna park it right here. All right, let me park this thing right around here just like so, and I'm gonna hop in the TRX so we can start making our way back home. So with the power of editing in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back home. Look at this, home sweet home. How much did I miss my sweet home? Look at that, and it's almost almost time when the sun starts to set, which is about what, 6 p.m. But we are now back home. We had a very long day and a successful day of delivering cows. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace.